programs intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Get out your name.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday, everybody. We are broadcasting live from Jack's Place, the Memorial Tournament here in 2025. Thursday and Friday, we're going to be on location. We're at our normal setup. We're right by the short game area. It's kind of hard to miss if you're being dropped off where the shuttle drop-off is at that one entrance that everybody knows so well. So do come and say hi when we're in a commercial break. Or if you want to just yap to us while we're on the air, I guess who's going to stop you?
Come up when we're on the air.
Go ahead and do that, too. Man is out this week. That guy you hear, that's my guy, Beam, Brandon Beam. It's good to see you, man. It has been a long time, not counting football postgame shows, that we did a daily show together.
I think it was like August of 2020. So it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's
had to be a Buckeye show back
It had
there.
to be the 50th Memorial Tournament, though, for us to get together again, didn't it?
50th Memorial Tournament.
Just had to be.
50 years, Beam.
At the Memorial Tournament.
I know Jack was talking about it, and it makes him feel old hearing that number. But you know what? It's also a legacy. It's also a very special thing.
Of course it's a legacy. Of course it is. And you look at the development around this golf course, Tim, and around Powell and around Dublin, and it really is the unofficial start to summer. So super happy to be out here again. Good to see some old friends. So looking forward to these next 3 hours. Who knows what's in store?
Who the hell knows? Because this, I'll tell you, like we've already discussed how we're supposed to wear our headsets, meaning which side of your face is the microphone supposed to go on? And I don't know. We're going to have a couple of our TV friends on, but our TV friends, Adam King from 10 and Nicole Shearin from 10, they have not been TV play-by-play voices, so they might not be the best source to ask, and we haven't either. I mean, when you're doing a radio show and you're not televised, see, now we're on YouTube, so there is some sort of video element to it. I feel like we got this right, where you're supposed to be open to your partner, so the microphone's on the other side of your face from where your partner is sitting.
Which is funny, because you hate it on the right side of your face, and I hate it on the left side of my face, so we should swap
We should just switch chairs.
Yeah, that would be the easy fix in this whole solution.
Switch chairs. As you guys know, I like to do most things left-handed, even though I'm a righty. I'm wearing my watch on the wrong hand for a righty. It doesn't make any sense.
You don't play golf left-handed.
Most things.
Oh.
Anything other than just like you're throwing the ball, you're swinging the club, I'm a lefty.
What about using
with everything else.
the television remote?
Lefty.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah, it is.
The only thing I do in my life left-handed is shoot pool. I shoot pool lefty, and that's it.
Well, that's weird.
I know it is.
Shooting pool lefty is a big thing. That's like throwing a baseball or throwing a football.
Yeah, I have the right hand down, or I guess I'm trying to think now how I shoot pool.
No, that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that.
I don't even remember how I shoot. Yeah, left hand down, right hand is the pool stick.
That's righty, you dummy.
No, sorry. I'm thinking right
left hand down, right hand pull.
I am right hand down, left hand back.
That's lefty.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
You don't do anything left-handed.
And that's it.
God.
Other than some other occasion.
People, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird.
They're weird.
Weird stuff. So yesterday we saw the Western Conference Finals. That's in the books. So Oklahoma City looked like they were going to topple Minnesota the entire time. Could see the Eastern Conference come to a close tonight, where you got the Pacers and the Knicks. All right, Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. The Panthers look like the dominant team the entire time. The Canes, we talked about it this week. I had no idea that they were suffering like that in the Eastern Conference Finals, where they had 15. Well, no, just over the long haul. They had lost 15 straight games until they won that one game over Florida. But bye-bye, Canes. They're done anyway.
Did you see their social media post? It was one of the best social media
Canes
posts
have
I've
a
seen.
good social media.
No, I'm talking about
Panthers.
the Panthers.
No, I missed it.
They
What
said
did it say?
a storm is a-coming, and it was literally just a radar lookout on the entire state of North Carolina, and inside of the radar, it was like a cutout of a panther as a storm.
That's perfect.
I'm like, that was pretty good. Good job, guys.
The Panthers, the eye of the hurricane.
Think they're going to go back-to-back?
Yeah, it does feel like that, but
Goalie Bob,
The Oilers are just
Stanley
fine.
Cup champion.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have 2 Stanley Cups to go with 2 Vezina trophies that he won here with the Columbus Blue Jackets.
It's a pretty good resume. That's a Hall of Fame resume.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt that Bob. I saw a take on the internet last week that was trying to put him as maybe the best goaltender of all time, and I couldn't quite get there, but he is probably going to work himself into the top 5.
He's pretty good.
All-time goalies.
Yeah.
And that's a hell of an accomplishment to think that guy played here, and it seemed like we had a chance to lock him up long-term. And also,
I don't blame him.
Also, why do we keep doing this to
I know.
ourselves? Why do we keep wishing and hoping that we still had Bob? It's over. It's dead.
It's been
Stop.
done for 4 years.
Yes,
it's fine.
He ain't coming back. It's not going to be one of these twilight of his career come back to Columbus for a couple of years.
He's competing for Stanley Cups. Now, the Jackets obviously had a fantastic season. They got you all the way to the final game of the year. We're looking forward to what we see out of the 25-26 Jackets. But, yeah, Bob's gone. It's a new team.
I do think we're going to get there.
Yeah?
Do you think
a Stanley Cup?
I think we're going to play. I can't ever get to winning the cup, but in 20 years, honestly, we've been around for 25 now, 20 years. No appearance in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Another 25?
20-year net.
So it's 20. The year is 2045.
2045. We've appeared in the Stanley Cup Finals
6 times.
I would hope so. I would say that's a major disappointment if we don't make it.
I mean, we would talk to Dean Evison all the time, and he will not shy away from the goal is to win a Stanley Cup.
You should,
and nothing else is good enough along the way.
I'm right there with you. There are 2 teams. There are 2 teams in this town that need it. They need it.
Buckeye Hoops,
Buckeye men's basketball, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. There will just be a different kind of vibe in this community when that gets done. I won't even say if, but when that gets done. I feel like it's going to be
Who
a
are you
tougher
more confident that can do it?
Blue Jackets.
Yeah?
And I can't believe I'm saying that.
And you're the basketball
Yes,
guy.
yes, but it's you watch the sport too. It is just, if you aren't bringing sacks of cash to the table right now, and even if you do, that doesn't guarantee anything, because still the things that win, as we saw with Buckeye football, is more of the chemistry part of it. Of course, you got to have great players to even be in the conversation, but it's the great players that are happiest in their roles. It's the guys that have stayed on that team the longest. That's the ones that are going to win championships.
And they choose to stay here for
they choose to stay.
A long time.
And you got Bruce Thornton that's staying.
God, that was a huge get.
Yeah, and it was.
And by get, I mean
good.
him returning.
Hearing you guys talk to Diebler was a while ago now. And he was confident back then that this was merely a formality.
Yeah.
He was going to test the waters, but they had clearly had conversations with Bruce that he was definitely going to come back. And he had to. He had to for this team to even, for you to feel comfortable that they're a for sure tournament team.
So
I don't even know about saying for sure because it's been 3 years that they haven't done it.
You're the college basketball guy. Is there any other player in the country more deserving of an NCAA appearance than Bruce Thornton?
No,
there's not. I don't know if you can track a guy who's missed 3 straight NCAA tournaments in a power conference who is choosing to return to for his 4th season that has missed the tournament. I don't know if you can find a guy
that's been
like
all
that.
conference level.
Yeah.
That's been all conference level. And look, I love Bruce Thornton. I think I was a tiny bit off with my projection for him, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing because my projection for him was Big Ten Player of the Year. I thought
he can still get there.
I thought by last year he might be really shooting and gunning for that award. And he had a great season, right? But it's a really competitive conference, and you add all those teams, which, when we started with Bruce Thornton, we didn't have all those extra Big Ten teams in here yet.
So 14.
It's a little tougher.
Now we got 18.
Which is still a lot of teams, but I already got out to the golf course, but I didn't go that far before I saw a lot of drama. I'm not doing the laptop for the show today, so Panama Ted back there.
Flying blind.
We have 3 golf nerds doing the show today, so that's fitting for being here live at the Memorial, and Teddy is dialed into it as well. We got Matt Kuchar. He's in the field this week with our famous Matt Kuchar update, but we have not been seeing him at the rate that we're used to seeing him because he's not, how do you say, he's not qualified for a lot of these signature events, but him being a past champ. But on the 18th, Victor Hovland hit a ball so far. Right?
My guy.
Who doesn't love Victor?
Past champion, past Memorial.
Absolutely. Yep. He's gonna win majors in his career, multiple ones. He's that kind of talent.
Whoa! I like how we're just throwing
darts out there,
throwing major championships around now. Nice.
Just chuck them out there. I mean, they look so easy to Scotty, right? Why can't Victor?
Xander
have a
got
couple?
2 last year, so
yes,
Victor's going to get 2 here in a couple of years. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Victor though. Did you see where he went on 18?
No.
He was over the creek and he was way up in the woods.
Left side 18?
He was way up in the left woods. He must not have even found the golf ball because he had to go back and re-tee. And I haven't seen what the score was, but that means if he parred it from that second ball, he's going for a 6. He's going for a double bogey at best.
It'll get you out here, man.
Oh,
you get a little off track. And the way that this rough is, the way that this golf course is, Mr. Nicholas earlier in the week calling it literally perfect, which is a testament to Chad Mark and his greens team out here. I don't know if I've ever seen the golf course in better condition than what it is this week.
Yeah, Beam, I know you have this special skill as well, but I was pleased to know that I still had it because I walked to the ropes on 18 fairway because we had 30 minutes before the show, so I wasn't going to be able to walk anywhere farther into the course. And I actually love 18. I don't try to overcomplicate it, but I'll get some notes from you in the next segment. 18 is close. Because I know Likey when it's really hot outside and walking the whole golf course, sweaty, sacky, all that stuff. I like to stay close to the AC parts.
It can be
having the
60
press
degrees
badge.
and it'll be sweaty.
I'm still hot. Yeah, I'm still hot out there. But I'm about 120 yards away from the green, and I could look down there, and I could tell the golfers just by their walks.
You're sick.
Yeah.
You're sick.
I knew that it was Spieth and Xander. Just right off the bat. I knew that it was. I just need to see a silhouette of the guy, and I can still tell who that is. Beam is in for man here today. Tips you can't get anywhere else on how to take in this great tournament the best way, because we have got a caddy with us. That's coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Got some slow traffic along westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street, and more delays northbound on 71 between 670 and 11th Avenue. A minute or 2 worth of delays there. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, cleaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Psst. Hey, you. Wouldn't a Diet Coke at 7 a.m. totally hit? You know you can get that from Wendy's for just $1, right? Even you, girl drinking a Fanta on the way to 8 a.m. Pilates class. Any soda you want, any size, just $1. So go get that breakfast soda, you morning menace. But maybe hurry, because it's only during breakfast. Morning soda? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Not valid in a combo. Prices may be higher in Hawaii.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is our season, and we're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie for National Flip-Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are expecting a mix of clouds and sunshine. More sunshine here by the afternoon with highs back into the mid-70s. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, lows into the upper 50s, and those clouds will be ahead of our next system that brings rain back into the area here for Friday. Rainfall could be heavy at times as we look ahead to the morning hours, and that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast here on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
It is a beautiful day at the Memorial Tournament. Great day to be live. If it were about 20 degrees cooler, because I'm a sick bastard, and that's the way.
This is great.
That's the way that I like things. I feel like I'm cooking, and it says it's only 74 degrees. What is wrong with me?
You can wear anything you want. Today, I'm in pants and a hoodie. You can wear shorts and a polo. You can wear gym shorts and a T-shirt out here. You can wear anything you want today.
Brandon Beam, our guy Beamer, is in for Man today as he's out on some PTO this week. And, we were just talking about smoothies and how I don't really seek a smoothie, but it's a perfect day for one. And then I thought, why a smoothie when we're here at a golf tournament? And the best thing that you could do is have a delicious, frosty, ice-cold Coors Light. Oh, my goodness. The mountains would definitely be blue. If it was my perfect world, I would have a little cooler right here next to our broadcast booth. You'd have one. You'd have three. I'd have one. And you'd have three. You'd have three more by the time the 4 o'clock hour started.
Yep.
And, we're being safe. We're being responsible. We don't have to drive right now. So it would just be fun times. Fun times to be had here at the golf course.
And I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people walking around with them, so they're having a good time for us, for sure.
Oh, I think that's the number one choice if you're out here. A nice, cold, refreshing Coors Light. So, Beam, you have a lot of experience at this golf course.
Love this place. It's like coming home every year. It's great.
It's a good feeling, right? You talked about seeing some old friends. Also cool to make some new ones out here and people come up and say hi. We love that. So I heard I heard Pete Futek, he covers college football, and he was on with Rothman and Ice, and the first 5 minutes of that interview seemed to be like a teardown of anyone that would, come out and watch golf in person. It's like, what are people going out to watch the tournament for? You don't see anything. You don't get any shots.
Pete.
Yes, Pete, come on. Like, this is our crown jewel here in Central Ohio. This is Jack's tournament. We want people to come out here and enjoy themselves. And I think people know at this point, they get the idea. Of course, you're sacrificing a little bit of how much golf you're going to see. It's not a basketball game or a football game.
It's not about the golf that you get to see, okay?
I can tell you, there's a lot better things to see when you come out here that you are not going to see just watching the telecast. So there's
Keep
that.
those sunglasses on, everybody.
Yeah, keep the shades on, and the eyes can go wherever the eyes go. But where do you go on the golf course? Because I just said in the last segment, I'm simple. I'm an 18 guy.
Okay.
It's a very tough hole. I think you can get to a spot where you can see the approach shots and then watch the ball as it flies up to that really difficult approach, going up to what is really an amazing backdrop. You saw the photo that the tournament put out this morning.
Every photo that they put out.
It's just pure art.
It
that one at
depends.
6 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what time you're coming out, how long you want to stay out for. If you're like an all-day grinder, just walk the entire golf course.
Gruden's grinder?
Yeah, I mean, make it 2.5 hours, 3 hours around the front nine, and then go grab some lunch somewhere. 14's a good spot for you. If they've got a nice concession stand down there, go grab some lunch, have a couple of soda pops.
It's a good spot for me?
Yeah, 14's great. 14.
Why is it good for me?
It's great for you because you can go and you can get a sandwich. You can get a couple of frosty beverages.
I
down there.
need snacks.
Yeah, you need snacks.
Yeah,
You're a snack guy.
That's right.
The hillside on if you're looking from 14, like green to tee, the hillside is great because it does provide you some shade. So that's always a nice place to go. That's my favorite spot on the golf course. Like if I'm going somewhere and I've got an hour and a half to kill, 14 is immediately where I'm going.
In the trees.
In the tree. No, not on the trees. Other side.
Other side.
So like
but with the shade, though.
Yeah, with the shade. Go wherever the shade is.
Yeah,
So
of course.
If
I'm with you there.
If the shade's on the tree side, go to the tree side. If it's not, go get a nice spot up against the grandstands. But 14 is always where I usually go. If you want a little party atmosphere, you want to sit on some Adirondacks, number 12 is great for that. Nice little par 3. But if you have the time and time is willing, I would recommend walking a 9. Go pick a group, and if you want a group that's like a Scotty Scheffler group, go a hole ahead of where he's going to be so that you don't have to fight the mob of people, all right? Do that.
The thing that I always liked that you would do, that you would always talk about, is whenever you would come here to pick up your press pass, first time checking in for the week, you'd get here early and just take a walk.
Yeah.
Even if it was on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Doesn't
That may be the best time to do it because it's a little bit more low-key. Players are a little bit in a better mental headspace because they're not in that grind of competition just yet, and they're trying some things. They might be playing a couple of golf balls, and you're seeing them, interact with the fans a little bit more. And Wednesday, of course, being the Pro-Am day, so it can be a little bit busier. But walking the golf course, if you got it in you,
is
a good thing to do.
I mean, it's a long hike, and I was having some lunch down at 14 a little bit earlier. I was able to navigate my way out there, checked out number 1, then I walked to number 1, went down to number 9, then I made my way to 14, and I was talking to some people who were from Indiana, actually, and they had driven in. They stayed the night in Cincinnati last night. They drove over this morning. They had an 8 or 9-year-old boy with them, and I said, "How's it been for you guys so far today?" They're like, "Well, man, we're tired." I'm like, it's 1:30.
Bad idea.
Like it's 1:30. They had walked the entire front 9, and they said, "What's the closest par 3?" I'm like, "Well, 16's great, 12's awesome, but anywhere you go on this golf course, it's going to be a pretty hefty walk."
So when's the boy Willie going to make his first appearance out here?
He came out. He came out last year. We brought him out.
Yeah,
we brought him out
good.
last year. He was just past 1.
Short stint, I would imagine.
Yeah, we brought him in on the stroller. We got him out of the stroller on number 1. Justin Thomas was coming up with somebody. I forget who he was with. And he just did like 50 or 60-yard sprints back and forth on the fairway, right off the fairway on number 1. And you don't realize how quiet it gets at a golf tournament when people are addressing their ball until you are with like a 14-month-old at the time who is throwing leaves and just, talking like they normally talk. And you're like, "Hey, you need to be quiet." And he didn't really understand that. So then we had to
golf. We had a rock concert.
We had to bring him up by the driving range, and they were nice enough to let him run around on the chipping range. So he was having a great time.
Oh, that's great. It's you and I have been golfers for a long time, and you saying that about your son and just how quiet it is, you don't realize that. I kind of had that just an hour or so ago on 18. I don't know why it feels so different when you're not in the game.
Yeah.
When you're on the other side of the ropes. Like I'm looking down at Ludwig at Oberg.
My God.
Who put one in he had a nice drive on 18 and put it in the first
Swede.
cut. He really is. I think he looks clean with the Adidas look too. You don't see a lot of people rocking the Adidas, but he's got the navy and crisp white kit going today.
It's always good
very
color
sharp.
combos.
Yeah, but just a very sharp, simple gear with the Adidas right now. But I was saying, he maybe had 190-ish, but to my eye from the other side of the ropes, it looked like 250 yards.
600. May as well be 600.
It looked like an impossible shot. And, you know, you and I can get around a golf course. We can hit some good shots every now and then.
Yeah.
And that
some of us
some
can
days
make
better than
a
most.
triple bogey on number 1.
Oh, I can certainly make a triple on
number
18.
2, and
yeah.
then you walk into birdie in number 3 and said, "Tell that one to your dad, Jack." It's an all-time story. That's an all-timer.
All right,
there.
that was a fun day. That was a fun day. Beam's talking about a long ago Memorial Media Round day where we did get to play with Anthony and Jack Jr. And the birdies were falling that day. That was fun. But, you know, I just think this is one of the best weeks of the year. So people that are going to come out here, you've probably already planned on it and been looking forward to it for quite some time. So enjoy yourselves this week. Really do it. And I've always loved doing this with you in the past. Little golf dream scenarios. I saw a tweet that I pinned just for you. So here we go. You can have $1 million.
Okay.
I'm just going to set it right here.
Cash?
You get the million.
Are they in ones?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Ones would be cool. Look like a lot of money. Look like Walter White's stack. Or you have to play against prime Tiger Woods for 72 holes. If you beat him on a single hole, you can have $100 million. But if you don't, you go to jail for a year.
I think give me the million.
Take the mill.
I've seen that.
I think
I've gone back and forth on it because I'm like, at some point he is going to mess up, but his mess up is like a bogey.
It's a bogey. And you'll bogey as well.
Double at worst.
Yeah.
And if Tiger blows his into the stuff, I mean, if he gets into the water or gets into the trees, and I'm next up on the tee box because he obviously will have the tee box, the honors on the tee box, the entire round.
Yeah, until he has a major screw up.
I will also,
and then you've won. Then you've won your hunt. If you get the tee box, then you've won the $100 million.
Right, but knowing that he is in trouble, I will get so excited,
You'll get
and
in
then
trouble.
I will hit my ball about 2 feet off the tee. Yeah, give me the million. I think I'm good. I would like to play in that scenario, though.
You don't get to.
I know I don't.
You don't get to play for. You get to play 72 holes with
Give
Tiger.
me 1 million ones.
Yeah, but then you also would go to jail for the year if you don't get it done.
That would be worth it, though.
Here's another one. I would give you 5 days at Augusta.
Okay.
And you're basically a member for a day.
Just get to do whatever I want.
Yeah, you
Place is mine.
You get a round. Maybe you get 2 rounds of golf. Whatever. You know, you get you and 3 friends. So a foursome.
Am I staying in
5 days.
Am I staying on property?
I don't know how we work that out.
Okay.
I'm going to cut it off at just like you get the day at Augusta, or you can go to the golf tournament free of charge for the rest of your life. You have passes to Augusta for the rest of your life.
Weekly
or 5,
passes?
Yeah. Monday through Sunday. Every year until you die.
Give me the golf.
I'll throw in $500 of souvenir credit, too.
No, give me the golf. I'm playing.
Playing 5 times.
Playing 5 times.
But you have to set that tee time 31 days in advance. And if there's rain on that day, it uses a punch.
Doesn't matter. I'm good.
So
I'm
it could
playing
wind
the
up
golf.
being 4 or 3.
Don't
when
care.
It's done.
Don't care. If you're giving me carte blanche, free reign around Augusta for 5 days, yeah, I'm in.
How does a normal person even meet someone that knows a member to even possibly get an invite to play?
Oh, there's some people.
How does that even happen?
I think there's some people around here this week that would surprise you.
Oh, there are. I mean, we're yeah. I don't. That actually wouldn't surprise me.
I think
that there
we're
are
less
people,
than 6 degrees of separation right now.
But
probably.
I don't know any of them well enough for that ever to
I don't
be
either.
a real thing. And I
don't
know
either.
the guy that's going to stop by our set next. He certainly doesn't know anybody that could make that happen. Not even close. But we might need to talk about this guy's etiquette on the golf course for something that I saw. Adam King from 10TV stops by in 2 minutes. It's Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Emergency crews are on the scene of an accident northbound on Hilliard-Rome Road at I-70 that has the right lane blocked off, and eastbound North Outer Belt slow traffic between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Look ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
It's child's play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill, hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
97.1 The Fan Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union with rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Opening round at Muirfield Village, Ben Griffin finishes with birdies on 16, 17, and 18 to grab the lead with a 7 under 65.
Those are some of the hardest holes out here, so proud of the way I stayed aggressive on those holes, attacked, never really was trying to play any sort of conservative shots, was just trying to keep the pedal down, and you got to take advantage of that on days like today where putts are dropping.
Colin Morikawa back at -5. Shane Lowry and Tommy Fleetwood are -3. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler 1 under through 8, but all chasing your leader Ben Griffin at -7. We'll have another report for you next hour. Live outside of Muirfield Village, I'm Skip Mossick on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Timmy is aroused. Uncomfortably aroused. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain Heating and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Well, it is golf, and it is one of the best weeks of the year centered around my favorite sport, so I am feeling pretty good. Beam is in for man today, and look who stopped by the set, Adam King from 10TV.
I thought you were going to say centered around your favorite person, but it hurt a little bit.
That's how we did the show sheet today, Adam.
Yeah. You are in between us.
Centered around you.
Yeah, you are in between us. Now, Adam brought his lovely parents out to the event. Beam was so kind. He took his headset off. He went up to them and shook their hands. I was made to look like a fool because I stayed behind the
jerk. Timmy kicked his feet up, cracked a beer, and waved.
So do you not know me? I'm on the afternoon show, okay? Yeah. I don't need to get up for anybody.
They say my name now in the header.
Rude.
But to your lovely parents, all I can say to you guys is, at least you tried.
That's
right.
That's fitting.
You gave it your best shot.
I'll tell you.
Sometimes it doesn't work out, but you gave it your best shot.
I'll say this. The one thing that I learned in that moment is that Beam was for sure the smoozer with the girlfriend's parents. He walked right in, had flowers for the mom, walked up to the dad, commented on the car. And Timmy, meanwhile, you were sitting in the car. Let's go, honking the horn.
Got a thing here.
We got a movie to get to.
Got a thing. So, Adam, what have you been up to this whole week? I know you guys were out here on Monday, so it's day 3 for you already.
Day
Math,
4. I was
day
up
4.
here
Yeah,
Sunday,
math.
actually, so day 5.
Day
Came up
5
Sunday
covering
to
the
sit
tournament.
down with Jack Jr. and Dan Sullivan. But I love it. I mean, I'm going to be sad when we drive away Sunday night. It's been fun. Monday, got to catch up with a lot of the pros. Tuesday, I don't even remember. It runs together. Yesterday, got to mic up Larry Fitzgerald, which was cool. Got to walk around with his group, Alex Smith, and kind of follow them around and then talk to all the different celebrities.
Now, somebody sent me a screenshot of you hustling out there and doing your thing. And Beam, I'll describe this to you. He was following Larry Fitzgerald.
It's a good guy to follow.
It looked like he was staring at Larry Fitzgerald's ass. Like that's.
I
that's
cannot
what it looked
confirm
like.
or deny.
I don't blame you.
Somebody, I mean, it's taught. It really is. He's a wide receiver. He's a
wears
muscular guy.
The tightest pants.
Oh,
Shout out to Grayson. He's
everybody.
a big Grayson guy. They're form-fitting.
They are form-fitting.
Yeah.
You love
I have
that
a couple,
brand.
and it does not look like. I do not look like Larry Fitzgerald.
Don't discount yourself, big dog.
More like a Harry Higgs kind of guy.
Oh yeah, big Harry Higgs guy. I think me and Harry Higgs are long lost brothers.
You guys could have some silver bullets together.
Sometimes I just undo the shirt buttons, and I get the chest hair flowing.
Yeah, there's like 8 of those there.
And then Harry Higgs and I become one.
So the issue is King was standing like directly behind Larry Fitzgerald while he was putting, and you kind of got ripped for not being in the proper spot, which I had your back.
You did, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, Beam, and you can jump in on this too. You really don't want to be in the line of the putt. Like, to me, when you say behind Larry Fitzgerald in an improper spot.
Larry's a right-hander, right?
He's a righty.
Okay,
so
you
wouldn't
want
want
to back left shoulder. Off the back left shoulder.
Which I said you could have bend it a little bit more. But for a Pro-Am, you weren't too far off.
Let me just explain it for you,
Yeah.
Beam. You know how when you're trying to teach somebody to putt, you get right up behind them and you just kind of. That's what I was doing. I grabbed him on the hips. It's all in the hips.
Yeah.
It was an etiquette thing. I didn't,
Send him home.
No, I was like, what, 10 feet away from him?
Oh yeah,
there was no way I was caught.
You weren't in his. You weren't in his field of vision. You don't want to be in the field of vision, hanging out there, unless you're, several,
I did
10,
get yelled
20,
at
30
by
feet
Rory
away.
one time for doing what you're talking about. I had my little camera, and I didn't realize, I guess, the read that.
Where was this at?
This was Sunday last year on 5.
Oh, Adam!
And I was crouched.
Oh, got snipped by Rory.
Yeah, I was in Urban Meyer stress pose, and I'm looking over the thing, and he said, "Hey, can you move?"
Oh, that's not yelled at. That's
he kind of gave me the get out of here.
He tell you to go back to your shanty.
Yeah, he said, "Who the hell's this guy?"
God.
I said, I'm Adam King. I'm from TV. You don't know me?
Was your heart broken?
Oh, my God. Broken? My heart was beating. I was waiting for someone to come grab me and throw me aside.
Hey, Adam, do your parents know that you're a Disney adult?
I have no comment.
Do you know this, Tim? Do you know that? Do you know that Adam's a Disney adult?
We just had a.
You
a
didn't
segment.
wear the hat. This is why. This is coming up in conversation.
Listen.
Wear the hat.
Listener at home, I am not a Disney adult. I don't like the characters. I just like the rides. They got some cool rides.
We live in Ohio where you have Kings Island and Cedar Point.
Timmy.
If you're just in it for the rides, you don't need the travel. You don't need the hotel.
Okay.
I know there's no Mickey Mouse at Cedar. We don't need Mickey.
But let me say this.
He's old news.
You know when you marry into something? You say oh, I married into that with the family. I'm not married, but my girlfriend
into lots of dogs.
Lots of dogs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
My girlfriend has discovered a love of Disney, and I have dated in to being a Disney adult. And
so she hasn't discovered it. She always had it.
No, she never really went as a kid.
Oh.
So she discovered it as an adult, which created a weird. It's bad. It's not good.
Adam was on the Buckeye Show.
Doesn't make
with me.
sense to me.
It was last week. And he said, never bring up me being a Disney adult again. And I said,
and
okay.
Beam made it one show.
I said, I won't unless you wear the Mickey Mouse ears hat. And then if you don't wear that, then I'm going to bring it up. And you aren't wearing the hat today.
Here I am.
Not prepared.
Hey, there's a golf tournament going on. How about we talk about that?
Oh, you thought that this was going to be about the golf tournament? That's another mistake by you. Adam King from 10TV. He is here doing lots of stories and covering the memorial and doing a very good job. I think your parents will at least be marginally proud of you and the work that you've done.
I think that they're required contractually one day a year
Yeah,
to say that. Other than that,
there's a contractual obligation.
Yeah.
What are you going to have coming up the rest of the day? What can we
Tonight-
see from you on 10?
Tonight at 6:15, got a cool story. So what a lot of people don't know is during the Pro-Am, they actually let one military veteran caddy the bag for one of the pros. So they swap them out every hole. And so I got to mic up the person that caddied Ricky Fowler, who happened to also be in Steph Curry's group. So it was a cool story to kind of see him get to experience.
Is that in conjunction with Folds of Honor, Adam, that they do on Friday?
It is not in conjunction with Folds of Honor, but it is in conjunction with what the memorial is about, which is giving back.
Absolutely.
All right, good stuff. Adam King, everybody. Fan interviews from the memorial are sponsored by First Bank of Central Ohio. Readworthy. Huh? Readworthy.
Wow.
You.
Wow.
Amazing, right? Hey, apparently me and Jack, my son, not Jack Nicholas, we've got to be on the lookout for some shady behavior in the hobby that we both enjoy. That's next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Accident now cleared out northbound Hilliard-Rome Road after I-70 that was in the right lane. Westbound US 33 after Avery Muirfield Drive, disabled vehicle onto the left berm. Traffic is slow from the west outer belt. This report is sponsored by Experience Columbus. Can a city with the number 3 best zoo and the number 1 science museum really be as good as it sounds? Yes, Columbus. Discover the world-class attractions in your backyard at experiencecolumbus.com/summer. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Hey, look, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You know what I love the most about your store?
What's that, Common Man?
The way you treat people. You get to know your customers. That's why they keep coming back. No sleazeballs around. Just good, clean boys and girls selling jewelry.
Stop in and see the difference for yourself.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. It's where Columbus gets engaged. Tell them Common Man sent you.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. We'll say that again. Real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. Pick your flavor, pick your mix-ins, or try one of our featured recipes. And get an ice cream quake made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes. New from United Dairy Farmers.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's Military Appreciation Month at Coughlin Chevrolet. Get double the GM military discount. Lease a new 25 Chevy Trax, $139 a month or $119 for military. New Silverado, just $349 a month or $309 for military. Now at Coughlin Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Military discount for active reserve and retired military personnel and their spouse. 39-month lease with $39.99 due at signing for Trax. 36-month lease with $49.99 due for Silverado plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details and 6-25.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen. That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway. And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
At Meijer, we're working hard to make grocery shopping a good deal better by bringing you low prices on your family's summertime favorites. This week, certified Angus beef ground chuck family packs are just $4.99 per pound. Locally grown asparagus is $1.99 per pound. Select McCormick Grill Mate seasonings are 2 for $4. And assorted varieties of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy 2 12-packs, get 1 free, plus deposit where applicable. Counting on great deals with every Meijer visit. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
Timmy is at the memorial. Common Man has been arrested for public urination.
Freeze, you little shock jocks.
You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live at the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
No man today. He's on some PTO, but I subbed in a big golf guy and my buddy Beam to be on the show with us today. And, you know, I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health for a minute. And, see, sometimes this can be an issue, but I'm safe because I cannot get ED when I'm around golf. It's just not possible because I'm so excited. But if you do suffer from that dreaded 2-letter acronym ED, that's erectile dysfunction, Tri-State Men's Health, they are the guys that you should go and see. It's a terrible condition. Causes stresses in relationships. It creates anxiety, undue hardships on a man, and often on their partner as well. Yet many men will suffer for years without seeking treatment. Why would you do that? You've got 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. All you got to do is go to their website, tristatemenshealth.com, or call 800-900-9654. They got an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be playing golf. I mean, you could be doing it the day after your appointment.
Same thing.
It's the same dang thing right there. They're both great things, and you need to be revved up to do it well. TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
What a read.
Oh,
Wow.
Thanks, man.
That was pro.
Craig and Cassie came by. They stopped by the set. Common Man has a ridiculous Bret the Hitman Hart leather jacket that he is subbed in for a leather jacket time with Nicole Shearin on our Wednesday segment, and they gave him the wraparound shades. I mean, they're knockoffs, but at least, you know, I can't do it because I'm blind. I got to wear the glasses. I got the headset on, but if you're watching on YouTube, like they're the full-on like pink wraparound shades. It's going to be marvelous next week when we break those things out. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for dropping those off.
Love the YouTube chat, too. It's been great today. I hopped on there. Don't have a computer in front of me.
No, yeah.
Someone in
Sorry,
the chat
chat.
asked who's a lower handicap, me or you? And I will.
I don't know. You might have hit me right now.
100 times out of 100 say you. That you are a much lower, you are a much better golfer than I.
You know, Scotty Vegas is.
But I'll get in your head sometimes.
You
and I
will.
can beat
You will. You know, Scotty Vegas he's been the preeminent sandbagger, like that. Maybe the most that I've ever known.
Doesn't keep a handicap. Plays 50 rounds of golf a year.
He does now. Like I actually
good.
witnessed him enter scores in a USGA app, which I was so pleased to see. But he took me down straight up on Sunday.
And he always wants shots whenever you play.
He took 3 straight.
How many? He goes, how many
shots?
How many you giving
me? He beat me by 5. I'm like,
straight up.
I mean, and I sucked. So I mean, but he didn't play excellent golf, but it was a miserable day for me, and he beat me straight up. So there's that. I got to address.
How's your golf game been? Has it been all right?
It was actually doing just fine.
Good.
Yeah, I've been hitting it okay. You know me. Just if I can get off the tee,
You're fine.
I'm a dangerous player. When
Same.
I can't, it's not the most fun day, and I have to scramble. No. I'm good at scrambling and grinding for pars, but they're tough to come by when you're hitting it 40 yards off your line. The thing I'm good about though is I will sometimes put the ball on the fairway to the hole next to it if there's no OB.
okay.
So if you're going to miss, you may as well miss big on the correct side. If you got OB
don't
on
miss
the right,
big on the wrong side.
don't. If there's OB on the right, don't hit it over the tree line over to Thad Mata's house. Like that's not gonna.
We got our guy B. White out
spot.
here. He's a caddy out here. He's watching the show today, and he will tell you that exact same thing. If you miss big on the correct side.
That's
and
right.
You can give yourself an angle at least to the hole or getting back on the golf course.
2, maybe 3 times I actually put the ball in the other fairway, and that was perfect because then I can get the ball up in the air with my second shot. But I've been attacked a couple times now. A couple times on Twitter after we did our little pre-show chat. We put that out there, and that's fine. But when my buddy Scott texts me, and he's a real stupid F, so when he texts me, I got to address it. I'm wearing a Homage golf T-shirt.
Be the ball.
I'm wearing some golf pants. Look, they got little. You can't see them, but they got little flags and greens on them.
They look
They're
like
just
stains.
Black pants.
They look filthy.
They do. They're probably not the best either. But I don't understand why there has to be some kind of code. See, there's a good, clean man walking right there that's wearing a T-shirt. He looks comfortable. He's wearing a memorial hat. He's wearing shorts and a T-shirt. I'm wearing a T-shirt that's golf-themed. It's a Caddyshack T-shirt, so shut up. I'm wearing my Caddyshack T-shirt. I think I'm checking the boxes right there.
Wear whatever you want out here.
I'm not playing.
You're not playing?
I'm not playing today. I don't need to be collared up and tucked.
What do you think the population of people out here that are wearing golf spikes? What's your take
40%
on wearing golf spikes to a tournament in which you're just watching, not playing?
Our caddy friend, is that
White?
B? Is that
White?
is that thumbs down? If you're just that's just bad.
It's easy thumbs down.
He just commented us to that thing.
Unless
thumbs down.
Unless you have
their
weather
ad.
conditions and you need some traction and you need to. I mean, because
I say still no.
You're going to be standing out.
Do you wear
You're gonna
golf
be
shoes
walking-
when there's weather conditions when you're walking your dog?
I'm not walking 8 miles up and down hills and standing on funny lies.
Get your best tennis shoes and get to work.
I agree with that,
Stick
but
your
I'm
foot in the
saying
ground.
if there was a situation to do it, it's not like today where it's 75 and sunny. It's maybe tomorrow where they're calling for rain. But if it's a sunny day, no way. I saw some guy out there earlier when I was down at 14. He had a golf glove. I'm like, what are you doing with a golf glove?
I don't know why I just heard Vern Lundquist out of you right there. I just saw some guy with a beer dispensing helmet out there.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I kept walking because I'm like, good for you. I like everybody to get the mojo and understand that this is about fun. I'm like, I see no need for a golf glove unless that hand is diseased.
Who are you, Carter Beauford for Dave Matthews Band?
Yeah, I'm like, I just
playing
don't
the
see a need
drums
for
out
it.
here, which is a great move by
But
Carter.
to your point,
FootJoy guy.
wear whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. You want to wear a T-shirt and pants? Go for it.
Yeah, I
Who cares? Doesn't matter.
reject those comments. I do. I'm not going to jail for that. Scott, I in fact put you in jail for giving me crap for wearing a golf-themed T-shirt. That's kind of funny. It says "Be the Ball" on it.
It's a good shirt.
I got the Caddyshack Chipmunk. I haven't watched that movie in a good minute.
I haven't either.
But it lives in my head.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't really need to watch it to know it. I feel like I've lived it. And here's another thing. I teased this. So you know that Jack and I, we've gotten into sports cards, and this came about in the pandemic, like it did for a lot of people. And he's knee deep into football cards, and
So football's his sport.
football's his thing.
Right.
And he's pro everyone collecting whatever they would collect. If he owned a shop,
Now,
he would
does
have everything.
does he cheer for specific players? I know he's Bengal Jack. I know the Bengals are his guys.
He does, yeah, because we get into some fights here because he is a fan. And he likes to get investment guys, he calls them, right? And he's got some
if
Michigan
he
guys
drew
down
a
on that list.
TJ Watt, if he got a signed TJ Watt card, would he be all in on the Steelers?
Oh, yes. I know what you're saying. No,
Okay.
He would not be on the Steelers, but he would respect the card, and he would take good care of that card, and he would even put that possibly into his personal collection, even if it's a guy that's not on one of his favorite teams, because he's heavy on J.J. McCarthy cards right now. But I didn't know
Jack.
I didn't know this was a thing. I'm sure Jack's up to speed on this, but Upper Deck is actually introducing a new security measure to combat a little trading practice called patch swapping. I get it now that I read it, because I know that jersey cards, jersey patch autos, they're different than when we were kids, and so you're chasing a lot of these specialty cards. But people will actually, with a, I guess an X-Acto knife, cut the patch part out of the card, and then they will get a counterfeit. You want to have a piece of jersey that maybe has some bordering on it.
Okay.
So if
Or
you're
a number.
Yeah, or like a number, or the Nike swoosh, or a tag that gets more on the market if you have one of those special.
I know nothing about collecting cards. So.
And so Upper Deck, at least for the Cup hockey run that they're gonna, it's a premier high-end NHL set. So you would want some security measures if you're paying that price. They're gonna have each rookie patch auto card in that set will be sealed in a plastic case. It'll be photographed and it'll be serial numbered with a QR code. So they can view a gallery of images from multiple angles to display the card as it was originally issued by Upper Deck.
Okay.
So at least with those, you know that there's no tampering at all. Like how we can keep this from happening in all other sets, to be determined.
Is that ever a fear for you guys as collectors that you're getting a counterfeit? Or
until this, I hadn't thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah, until this, I hadn't thought about it. But whether the autograph is a
or
counterfeit
like if you go
one,
to a card show and some guy's selling you a card,
you definitely want to have an expert with you. You want to have someone that knows the trade a little bit.
Like me, I would get robbed.
Which
Straight up robbed.
Honestly, I use my 13-year-old son for this because he's more in it than I am, and that's fine. I give
use
him
my
credit for that.
2-year-old for telling me about Toy Story.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, no, dude, that's Buzz, not Zurg.
He's a Buzz guy, not a Woody guy, so he's off on the right track right there. Space, much cooler than Cowboys. So, I mean, John Glenn guys, right? Space is cool. So,
Neil Armstrong.
And Neil. I actually wish I was like one of our new colleagues in this regard, but I'm not. Tell you what I mean next. Beamer is in for Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Westbound US 33, disabled vehicle off onto the left berm after Avery Muirfield Drive. Traffic stop and go from the west outer belt. And more slow traffic on eastbound I-70 between James and Bryce Road, a 5-minute delay there. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Beds are us. When dreams don't get in, beds are us. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH. Beds are us. When dreams don't get in, beds are us.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. we're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a mysterious room of long-forgotten, moldy mascot memorabilia. Often pitched by ad agencies, always rejected by NJM. Is it real? We may never know. But what is real is NJM's dedication to doing what's right for their customers. Astoundingly, they're proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Learn more at njm.com.
Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Ben Griffin finished his opening round of the Memorial at Muirfield Village today with 3 consecutive birdies en route to a 7-under 65, which the moment has him with a 2-stroke lead over the field. Colin Morikawa 5-under 67, and also trying to stay in the hunt at 3-under. Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood, and Max Homa. Kickoff times for the upcoming Ohio State football season announced today. Texas 12 noon, Grambling 3:30, Ohio University 7 p.m., and of course Michigan 12 noon. Basketball tonight, it's the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5, Indiana and New York. Pacers a 3-1 lead. NHL tonight, Western Finals, Edmonton and Dallas. The Oilers lead the Stars 3-1. Columbus Clippers continue their series at Rochester. Winners at the French Open today, men's top seed Yannick Sinner and number 2 seed Coco Gauff on the ladies' side. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Good afternoon, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live from Muirfield.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
One of my favorite weeks of the year. We are privileged to be broadcasting live from the 2025 Memorial Tournament out at Jack's Place. Man is out, and Beamer is in here today. So you got 2 big golf guys and a third.
Got some local celebrities. You got Joshua Perry over there.
Joshua Perry.
David
Babs over there as well.
Babs over there.
He's got the big house party going on tomorrow. It's going to be lit off of 15 fairways. That's going to be fun. Panama Ted is a big golf guy, too. He's back at the studio. How are things going back there, Teddy?
I'm doing good back here, Mike.
Doing just fine.
That's good.
What an answer.
It's fantastic. Joshua, it's good to see you.
Well, I already said hi to you once
Buckeye
today.
Legends here. Guy runs every race
Have
in
a great walk
America.
back.
Yeah, great stuff. You know what I was thinking about when Fish just came over here, and this was a good drop. Ben Griffin, golf is such a streaky sport, first and foremost, so it's no surprise that you could be a little surprised that he shot 7 under, but for him to stay hot after he just had success.
These guys are so good.
They're so good.
They're so good.
It's a streaky game. When you're playing well and you got that confidence, when you've won a couple times on tour, you can keep that up. So ride this thing. Ben Griffin or Ben Hill Griffin, also the name of the Florida Gators football stadium.
Yeah, the Swamp.
The Swamp.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Yep.
You
Not
ever been-
Benny Hill with the music,
No,
but Ben
different-
Hill Griffin Stadium.
Different Bens.
I've not been down there. You've seen a game there?
I have never been down to a game at Florida. I want to check some SEC games off my bucket list.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. Number one, I think, for me is Death Valley, going down to an LSU night game.
Yeah, LSU would be great.
I think that would be pretty awesome.
I'm sure our guy Austin has seen all of them at this point with the work he did in Knoxville.
But back in the day, they didn't used to play each other on a regular schedule. Remember that? Like they had some weird. I don't.
Yeah,
even,
you could go several
like
years
15
without making
years
a road trip.
without making a road trip.
Yeah. Where it's felt like at times that the Buckeyes wouldn't go to West Lafayette for 7 or 8 years. And you don't want to go there.
No, you don't.
And
Ross-Ade Stadium.
They should keep that going.
Nobody
Ross-Ade.
wants to go to Ross-Ade Stadium,
No.
especially at noon. Although I'm pretty sure Ohio State played there last year and just smoked them. Didn't they?
Yeah. You needed that. I've been saying, too, for years, we got to stop this thing with Purdue. It makes no sense. There shouldn't be a thing with Purdue. They show up on the schedule. You drill them by 38 to 52 points.
Yep.
Simple and
That's
over
a
with.
win.
And that's what they did.
That's what they do to Indiana, though.
Yeah.
Indiana is our version of Purdue.
And they're a little bit better right now with their new coach. And we'll see
Shout
how.
out to Sig, man.
Yeah, Sig, Coach Signetti, Will
You like
Howard.
that guy?
He's fine.
I think I
but
like him.
You got to take it though.
I think I like
That's
Sig.
all.
I think I'm a big Sig guy.
Big Sig guy.
Yeah, I think I like him. Like you come into a press conference and you said, you know what, Purdue sucks. So does Ohio State and Michigan.
That was at the basketball
I know
game,
it was.
right?
I know it was. And he was in the moment.
Ohio State sucks, too.
Yeah. And he was in the
Michigan.
moment, and I get it. You're in front of a packed crowd, and we didn't think anything of that. We're like, that'll be fun off-season fodder. And then they had Indiana undefeated when they came to the Horseshoe, and it was a pretty darn good game. So I'm excited to see what he can do in year two. But I like him. I like the panache he brings because I had never given a second thought to Indiana football. Now I'm like, okay, great.
You do make good points. And a lot of people get caught up when you make big statements like that and you fall flat. They almost want you to pay some kind of penalty.
He took Indiana to a college football playoff.
He took Indiana to a college football playoff. And if we're being honest, the team, the players, they played like crap in the Ohio State game.
The James Madison players? Yeah, they played great.
They didn't really give themselves an opportunity to win the game, is what I'm saying. They made too many mistakes, so you didn't even get to see if Indiana played good football. I do believe that that was going to be a game that Ohio State had to lace them up for and take control of that in the fourth quarter to maybe win a 2-score game. But when you're snapping the ball over your punter's head, when you're letting
you can't do it
when you're
here.
letting Caleb Downs run a punt in for a touchdown,
First since
Jalen Marshall against Indiana,
2014,
10 years prior. Jordan Hall still, I believe, the last
2010
kickoff return.
Michigan.
Wow, for a touchdown.
Shout out to Paul and Jim.
You're
saying
like
that every broadcast.
You're like a Jack Park kind of guy. Oh, well, Bean, thank you so much.
Bobby, Petey, Anthony, good to see you. Shout out to Jack.
Shout
Parkman.
out.
That's my guy.
Shout out our
Love
guy,
him.
our guy Jack. When we were talking about college football stadiums back there, I also had this thought about college golf when I was driving in, and Anthony and Ice were talking to Austin Eckroat. He might not be a name that a lot of you guys know, but
Heck
look
of a
him up.
player.
He's a good player on the PGA Tour, and they did a good job by where are you going to pivot in the middle of an interview right there when you've talked about, okay, this guy had hit these kind of shots out there. How many listeners are really like chewing on that as far as what they did on the course today? But they talk college football with the guy because almost still to this day, I find it fascinating how most guys out here on tour seem to have the NCAA Division I college golf experience.
Yeah.
And then they have that connection with that university, so they become college basketball. A lot of them are college football fans.
Justin Thomas, big Alabama.
Right. Like you can rip off Spieth is a Texas guy.
Mm-hmm.
JT, like you said, Alabama guy. Victor Hovland, Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Ludwig Oberg, Texas Tech, right? You know where these guys played college golf.
Maxoma, Cal.
Yeah, and it just, you would think as individualistic the sport is, I mean, it is. I know these guys consider themselves to have a team, and they should, guys that help them, their caddies, their strength teams that are around them. But all these guys, for the most part, seem to get their start. Even the international players. Rory's really the one that,
and he was like
the one
committed to like
outlier.
Tennessee State for a little bit, or somewhere down there, some small school.
Even Luke Donald, he went to Northwestern.
Isn't that
He's a
weird?
Big Ten golfer. He was a world number one.
That's a
at some
wild
point.
thing to happen. Northwestern golfer,
England,
former
Northwestern.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. I mean, I actually talked with Jack about this last year when they had the little media event, the luncheon out at Ohio State, because you're going to get Jack for a couple of minutes.
He's a huge Buckeye
talk Ohio
football
State
guy.
Well, yeah, and he enjoyed his golf experience here at Ohio State and then left early. And
As
Kepler,
you do
his
when
coach,
you're
was
the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, you're sort of encouraged to do that because of what you're doing, and you're making U.S. Opens at such a
Mr.
wild
Nicholas,
clip.
we've
Yeah.
seen enough here.
Good luck.
Go out to the pros.
Yeah, good luck. I also saw they put Scotty Scheffler and Jack Nicklaus's side-by-side stats up for what they've done in their first 6 years on tour. As elite as Scotty is, not even close. It's not even close.
Well, I mean, Jack had 18 major championships. We know that. He also had 17 runner-ups in majors.
It's incredible.
17 of them.
It's incredible. And I think Jack had 7 majors to the 3 now that Scotty had in the first 6 years.
Crazy.
Scotty's won 15 times on the PGA Tour. Jack had 25 tour wins.
Scotty
at
didn't
that point.
just start winning either until like 3 years
It's
ago.
true. It's true.
His first 3 years, he didn't win.
I'm sure 18-year-old Jack was probably beating 22, 23-year-old Scotty.
100%.
Just ahead. He was just ahead and more seasoned, more groomed. I said I would get to it. I'll just tease it out one more time because, Beam, I know this is actually a thing that you like to do as well, and I saw that one of our new colleagues likes doing it. I'm not there. Tell you what that is. Coming up, it's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Only the right lane is open north and southbound on US 23 between Hidden Ravines Drive and Orange Road. That from an earlier vehicle fire. Emergency crews remaining there on scene. And northbound 71 accident onto the right berm between 670 and 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by NJM Insurance. While some insurance companies use gimmicks to get your attention, NJM would rather focus on putting their policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com to learn more. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC. Used with permission.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
When you're a AAA member, we do the hard stuff for you. So picture this. You're taking a road trip through the mountains at night, and you run out of gas. Do you A, call AAA, or B, walk 29 miles to the nearest gas station in the pouring rain?
A?
How about this? You need auto insurance. You could A, pick AAA to find the best coverage for you, or B, spend so much time researching insurance jargon that you might as well have gotten a law degree.
Yeah, I'm going with A.
Right. Okay, you're booking a vacation. You can A, have AAA plan it for you, or B, stress so hard about layovers and getting to your cruise that you need a vacation from booking your vacation.
That's easy. A, AAA.
On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Sun, splashes, and nonstop fun await at Zoombezi Bay.
Get your 2025 season pass for unlimited thrills,
including our all-new conservation tower. Buy now at ZoombeziBay.com.
T-Bone's an expert at making mornings better. He brought back the bagel sandwiches at McDonald's. He feeds birds out of his mouth. And he hosts a radio show guaranteed to make you smile. Yay, T-Bone. Yes. T-Bone and Tybus.
Weekday mornings at 6.
The Fan.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Did you know 38% of Ohio's teenagers have spent money on gambling in video and online games? Items like mystery boxes, skins, and spin to win mimic gambling, putting children at a higher risk of experiencing a gambling disorder as an adult. So get in the know about youth gambling and start the conversation with discussion guides, parent resources, and more at ChangeTheGameOhio.org. That's ChangeTheGameOhio.org.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is our season, and we're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie for National Flip-Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact Meteorologist Michael Behrens. We're looking at a few showers that could be possible tonight. Otherwise, quiet weather, mostly cloudy. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 50s. We'll see rain showers, possibly some storms come in for your Friday because of the amount of rain and the people in town for the Memorial Tournament. We have a 10TV Weather Impact Alert Day in place, so be ready for those showers, high near 70. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Oh, look. It's Jen Winters falling down a sinkhole. It must be Memorial time. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
You got Timmy and Beamer here today, live from the Memorial. Man is out on PTO. We have got Too Hot with Teddy coming up here in the very next segment.
Can't wait.
And what that is it might be from your show, it might be from somebody else's show, it might be from anywhere in sports, something that someone said, leading up to the tournament here. The best collection of sound that we can get for a segment or two, starting at 4:30. Too Hot with Teddy. Then at 5:30 later on this evening, Nicole Shearin of 10TV from our Leather Jacket Time Wednesday segment. She's going to stop by, and we'll chat about what she's been running around and seeing what's coming up on 10TV News later on, how they're covering this tournament. But
lots of coverage.
Yeah, lots of coverage. Wall-to-wall coverage, and we are going to be here through the end of our Fan Sports Sunday show. Even saw DeVere Posey with his boys out here today.
Having a good time.
Oh, having a great time. I think he's checking out one of those holes with the creek.
You think that's going to make it on Too Hot with Ted?
I'm not sure.
So Tim, I was
DeVere, what's your favorite hole to get out there on? Oh, that one with the creek out there.
I was wrangling cats last night. You know, it was Tim May and DeVere, and it was a great time. And
double booked the show, huh?
I didn't. I don't do the schedule.
I don't know how that happened.
No, I don't either. But it was great. So Tim May goes, "Hey, what's your favorite? What's your favorite hole out of here? If you catch my drift."
I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Brandon.
God love Tim. He's the best. He's a legend. And I was in my head. I'm like, all right, 14's great. 12 is obviously great. I'm like, there could be a case made for any hole that you want to argue about.
Yeah.
And why it's your favorite hole on the golf course. And I settled on number 8. I think that was a pretty good hole to settle on.
Underappreciated par 3.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Yeah,
I mean, you can make a birdie with a great tee shot, or you can make a double bogey like Xander Schauffele did today.
Yeah, it's a thin green.
And the pin was on the back. He airmailed the green, put it in the back bunker, put it then into the fringe on top of the bunker.
And couldn't get up and down.
Couldn't get up and down.
Yeah.
So he made a double and kind of hit the ejector seat. So I said number 8, and then I love DeVere. DeVere's played out here multiple times. He's snapping his fingers. He's like, "What's the one with the creek?" And I said, "DeVere, a creek runs
almost
around
every hole,
the entire property." So yes, I don't know. I'm gonna need a little more explanation as to which one with the creek.
We got a name for our creek out here?
I don't think so.
We need some of that. We've got a lot of. I mean, Jack Nicklaus has tried to tailor this tournament, kind of based off of what Augusta has done.
Yeah.
Not really copying, but tailoring. Like he wears the
Augusta vibes.
It's got a vibes to it, and that's a great thing because this tournament, for anyone that's come out here for a number of years, you can feel it, right? Just with the colors that they pick out here for the borders and for the signage, it all just feels very first class.
It is.
And he even has a jacket with the memorial insignia on it with the tournament logo, which is shout out to the Claret Jug, the coolest trophy possibly in all of sports, up there with the Stanley Cup when you win the Open Championship. But there's so many great spots. I also love to sit under the trees on 9.
That's a great spot.
Yeah. You get some shade there, and you get to watch all those approach shots. Over a creek.
That's DeVere's favorite hole.
It's that creek again.
We settled on number 5. The long par 5 fifth was his favorite hole.
Oh, the split fairway.
The split fairway.
That's great,
That
too.
was his hole.
Yeah, you really cannot go wrong. Hey, Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely show here. So I saw Jeremy Birmingham, Austin and Berm. They're with the company now. They're our colleagues. 10 TV Plus. There's a lot of ways that you guys can listen to them and follow what they're doing. He tweeted out a couple days ago. He said, this is Berm tweeting, "I just can't believe how much I enjoy mowing the lawn. I don't know when it happened. I don't know why it happened, but man, what a therapeutic masterpiece." Berm, I wish I were like you. I will do it. You know me. I will. It's the show that mows, right? I'll get out there. I'll cut the grass.
I thought you were always I'm a mower guy. I like mowing.
I don't like mowing.
When did that come about?
I've never enjoyed it. I don't like
terrible.
I don't like the act of mowing. I do it for the good of the house. I do it for the good of the neighborhood. I'll do the work. I don't enjoy doing it. I wish I got what Berm's talking about out of it. And I think you loved mowing the grass, right? You still get a kick out of it.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even turn my mower on, and I'll just go and give the yard like tire prints.
You're sick.
Yeah, I just like getting out of the house, man. Willie's down for a nap. I don't want to wake him up with the loud sound of the mower. Sometimes I just go out there and
get out of here. You don't.
I don't need to mow the grass.
Just
It'll be
just
like 2
walk
days
the yard
ago.
then. Just walk back and forth like a maniac.
I don't want to do that. I want to get the mower out there that I have nice lines on my
yard. Put the tire prints on the grass. If you're that messed up about it, you may as well just do another cut.
I know, but I
guess it's a waste of gas. But I will cut 3 times a week here in the spring because a few years ago we said we got to elevate this yard. Our yard is lacking compared to some of our neighbors, so we got into one of those treatment programs with the aeration in the spring and the fall, overseed, fertilizer, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
man, does it work? Like it works.
Oh, it grows.
And then in the springtime, you cannot even keep up with it. Cutting the blades high so you can actually cut it.
I'm a high blade guy. I keep it all the way high.
I like a good medium thickness. But you got to start by cutting it high.
Nice girth to it.
Yeah, so then you can actually get that second cut to shave maybe another half an inch off. And so that's what I do. I love the way that it looks when it's done.
I hate the allergies that's attached to it because it always gives me fits, especially when I mow the grass in early spring to now.
Yeah.
As I see cottonwoods flying all around,
Cottonwood's
my head
bad.
feels like it's 10,000 pounds. But no, I'm a big mower guy. Yeah, I love it.
Do you drink a beer while you're mowing?
No, that's reserved for.
You keep it on the table, in between cranks?
No, because I usually I will weed whack and then I'll blow afterwards.
Yeah, you're a big blower.
Yeah, I know I am. Big blower guy.
Big whacker too.
Yeah, big whacker.
Yeah,
and so I'll keep it inside because then I feel like there's a stark contrast of having a beer waiting for you and then returning to the inside to the air conditioning and grabbing one, then going back out on the patio.
You know what, though?
To drink one.
You know what, though? The fact that you go that extra mile and you weed whack and you blow, good, clean boy.
Yep.
You have to. You cannot stop after just cutting the grass.
Can't do it.
I don't have
Mike
respect. I don't have respect for that.
Cannot win with him. Cannot coach him.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
You've got to go the extra mile. And if you run out of string, have more.
I just can't
Buy
believe
ahead.
you lost your way and that you don't enjoy mowing.
I never really enjoyed it.
I
didn't.
We did the whole show that mows thing. I feel like I've been duped. I feel
Really?
like we always connected over the fact that you liked mowing your grass, I liked mowing my grass. Yeah, I feel duped a little.
I like when it's done. I love looking at it.
Well,
I'm
it's that
like that.
instant
I stand there
gratification.
with my hands on my hips. I'll even ask Sarah.
Some guy driving
how much
50
she
miles
enjoys
down
it.
50 miles an hour down the road. Nice job, jerk. Nice yard, jerk.
This show sucks, man. A lot of people can just yell things
Slow
at
down.
me out their windows, and I'm giving them the finger. F you!
I've become the guy in my neighborhood, though.
Yes,
And
it happens. It happens to all of us.
You'll
You better
respect
slow
this.
down.
So it's residential. It's 25 miles an hour.
You need to slow down.
I have
I'm
a
sorry.
2-year-old out there that's running
Uh-huh.
around and sometimes makes his way into the street. Not really, but there's always a possibility.
I'm not going to be
And
disagreeing
people
with
will go
you.
45 miles an hour
Nope.
down our street.
Jail.
I mean, I've screamed at multiple
yes.
people. Meredith
Yes.
says, you cannot verbalize this, all right? You can't verbalize that because you don't know if they have a gun or anything. And I'm like, well, I don't care. I don't
It's
care
good to
about
know
that.
our wives really care about us, though.
So,
they do. They're concerned about all the guns out there.
Do you know
When
they
we-
are?
when
If I'm driving,
they're
somebody cuts me
worried-
off, hey, they might have a gun.
They're worried about every gun. I know we got a lot of them out there.
Everyone has one.
But I don't know if they're going to just point and start shooting at me.
So what I've
'Cause
done
I
now,
did it,
when we're on a walk with the dog or with the boy, and if someone is speeding, a way for me to have non-verbalized combat with them, I throw imaginary road tacks down.
Amazing.
Like road
That's-
strips.
That's
I just
amazing. Oh, my God.
I wish they were real.
I actually, because of some of this and how upset I will get, because we live on a 35-mile-an-hour street, but it's a residential street still. People will, I'm not kidding, they'll do 60, 70, 80 on this street because you get a straight shot on our road, and people like to gear up. And because I may have, I'll usually do the shoulder shrug. That's what I'll do. I'll put the arms out. Yeah, I'll stand out there kind of close to the road. I'll throw the arms out wide. Like, whoa. I'll do the hand as if to say, pump the brakes a little bit, slow down.
Yeah.
You're being a maniac.
I want to put a sign in my yard that said, this is a neighborhood, not a racetrack.
That's right.
Because
It's like this is golf, not a rock
someone ran
concert.
their car into that. We had a neighbor down the street that had that sign, and
That's
someone
fitting.
ran their car into it, going 45 miles an hour.
That's fitting.
I feel like now I need to replace that. I need to carry the torch.
But my recurring dream is I maybe get a little too verbal with a truck that goes by.
Dead.
And there's a couple of hillbillies that are driving this truck, and the guy in the passenger seat eggs on the driver to circle back, and then all of a sudden, after I go in the house, a creepy truck is in our driveway, and so then I go out, and then this one hilljack is telling the other one to shoot me, and he's like, shoot him, man! Come on, man! Do it! Shoot him! And Sarah's in there flipping out, and I'm like, no, and he takes a shot, and
That's a recurring dream of yours?
It hits the bricks on my house, and I just go darting back into the house and get out of Dodge. Yeah. So I should stop doing that.
Yeah, no, I think you should keep up the good fight. I really do.
Right. Fight the good fight. All right. Yeah, Beam still likes mowing. Berm likes mowing. I just like the end result.
You're the outcast in this scenario.
Hey, one of our best news segments. Sounds from the station and beyond this week. The hottest takes. It's Too Hot with Teddy in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
2 lanes are blocked off from an accident on eastbound US 33 between Post Road and Avery Muirfield Drive. Traffic there getting by using the right berm. And on northbound 71, accident onto the right berm between 670 and 5th Avenue. Police there on scene. This report is sponsored by Put-in Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise on Lake Erie. For any getaway or retreat, Put-in Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Get Eco.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, it's that time of year again.
What time is that?
The time all the air conditioners start breaking down.
Oh, that time. Yep, every year.
Get Eco.
Like a swarm of bees. They all get together in a coordinated effort.
You mean the Queen air conditioner tells them all to break down?
Nah, they just get tuckered out in the heat, Aaron. Can we handle all the calls?
Sure, we have a swarm of highly trained coolness experts standing by.
Get Eco.
And we have $3.5 million in new service trucks to get them there the day you call.
The same day? Well, what if you don't call until...
We'll come as late as you'll stay up to let us in. Same day.
That explains all the revving engines.
It's like a beehive of activity, Jerry.
Do you know I invented that weird Scoopy thing you serve honey with?
You should invent something for ketchup, Jerry. It's America.
Ooh, now that's an idea.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available if at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Opening round at Muirfield Village, Ben Griffin, an impressive 65 to grab the lead at 7 under par. Colin Morikawa, 2 back, alone in second and -5, and says you better not miss the fairway at Jack's Place.
Terrible. Rough is not great. You definitely want to stay out of the rough. I mean, it's rough that's penal enough to, have to take wedge out and hopefully advance it 80 to 100 yards. And that's, you're adding shots when you're missing the fairways.
Max Homa alone in third at -4. Defending champion Scotty Scheffler 1 under through 12. We'll have another report for you next hour. Live outside of Muirfield Village, I'm Skip Mossick on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
No man today. Beamer is our guy as we are broadcasting live our first day here at the Memorial Tournament. We'll be here tomorrow as well.
What a day.
From 3 to 6. All our shows are here, 6A to 6P for these 2 days. And then our weekend programming, Saturday, finishing with Fan Sports Sunday. They'll be out here from our booth setup as well. We're right near the short game facility, right near the patron information sign.
You can't miss
get the stuffed animals. Yeah, you cannot miss us. I did see, I put a little video out there of Tiger's all-time chip-ins at this tournament. I did a top
16
4.
or 14.
Yeah, I went with 14.
Yeah.
And
I've made that chip before, you know that?
That from on the hill on 14?
I was a caddy out here, and
What?
I hit my second shot in there, and the guys who I were playing with at the time.
No.
It was like 6 o'clock in the evening. They're like, good luck, have fun. Landed it, front edge of the green, rolled in.
Oh,
like,
my
you'll never
God.
be able to do that again if you tried. And then I tried it again, and Hazel shanked it into the creek.
Shank time. Should I change the ranking then? Because if you've done the shot that Tiger's done, I mean, that might have been a 1 in 10 million type of chip.
16 was.
16's it is. So I had the chip in for Eagle in 09. That would have been on 11, where he won by 1, and that was his 4th championship. So that was number 4 on my ranking. You can find this on Twitter and Instagram. Then it was the first chip in on 14, where he duffed the first one. Jack is talking on the broadcast about you better not make 6. Or try to keep, at least nothing worse than a 6. Maybe if you have an incredible chip, you can get a 5 here. He chips in for a par. And that was his first tournament win in 1999. He's wearing the baggy red shirt. That's back when the apparel didn't tighten up yet.
Prime vintage Tiger. Right
vintage there. Tiger. And then it just was a toss-up between 16 being so icy fast. And I can understand picking either. I went with 14 because he's so high up on that hill.
Yeah.
And the trample down grass, it makes it harder to hit the flop shot.
It does.
You can't get that blade underneath of it.
But it also accentuates the spin.
You can get some spin. But how do you get spin?
You don't.
How do you get spin when you have 8 feet of green
I'm not
before
Tiger
the hole
Woods.
is there?
I cannot tell you.
There was more green to work with on 16, but that's not really saying much to make that out to be some kind of easier chip shot. And he did win the championship in 2012, so he needed that one. I saw that Charlie was playing some good golf. Tiger's son, 6 under 66. And he won his first AJGA, that's the American Junior Golf Association. Tiger, I'm sure, had 25 wins on that tour.
Maybe more.
By the time he was Charlie's age. But I'm not going to do that to Charlie. I don't want to make him out like he got to be as good as Dad. Yeah.
Come on.
But hey, for him to be going into that round at 9 under, that's pretty awesome. I don't care what tees you're playing or what the course is. That's a hell of a job by Charlie because he's got a lot of pressure on him, so well done.
That's a number I'll never see in my life. Never, ever, ever.
No, doesn't matter if I'm playing a 5,500-yard course.
3,500 yards.
Yeah.
You can put me from the red tees on any golf course, and I am never. You can make
Shooting
every
5 under par
hole a par 5. All right? Every hole a par 5
Yeah.
on a par 3 course, and I don't think I'm getting to 9 under par.
I'm still out for that first true round of par. It's the lifelong quest.
Haven't gotten there.
No, just the lifelong quest. I've kept it together for 9-hole sides before.
I've shot this year. I've played, I think, 8 rounds of golf, and I have spanned between a 108 and a 78 this year. Is where I'm living.
That's incredible.
Just mega swings.
Oh my God,
don't know what I'm getting until the time I step out of the car.
That's like Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point.
Hold on to your pants.
You don't even know if it's going to be open. I don't know if you're going to die.
No clue if it's going to be good or bad.
Stuck at the top. Whatever. All right, Panama Ted. I hope you're ready back there because we certainly are. Too hot with Teddy.
Too hot. Sponsored by the cancer experts at Ohio Health. Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
All right, Bean, you ready to listen to some stuff?
I am so excited to get to talk to Ted.
Let's listen to some stuff. Teddy, what do we got cooking?
All right, first up here, we have a little Bo Bishop, who hosts the Bishop and Friends here on the Fan 9 to noon every day, Monday through Friday. So let's listen to Bo talk about his earlier days in local television as the sports anchor. Here we go.
When I look back on it, I can't believe some of the things I did. I remember in Tallahassee, driving out to Havana, Florida, and interviewing O.J. Simpson. And I'm thinking, what am I doing out here? Why am I doing this? But we had to get it because he was in town. So I had to go to this bar in a part of town that I normally would not. He was signing autographs in the back of a bar. So I roll in with a camera guy, and I go interview O.J. Simpson. And the whole time I've interviewed him, I'm like, this guy killed 2 people. What am I doing?
Allegedly.
What is going on here?
I was going to ask, when was the interview with OJ? Was it
Bo, if it's Bo in his Tallahassee days, right? That was, I was a kid. I can still remember Bob Costas breaking into some NBA basketball.
The chase?
Finals, I think. Yeah, for the White Bronco chase.
Yeah, I'm a little too young for that. I've watched many of OJ documentaries.
Oh,
but
God, they can't make enough of them,
I do
they?
wonder,
Dramas,
Ted,
docs.
do we have the audio from that interview that Bo did with OJ?
That would be pretty good.
I wonder if Bo still has that audio.
That would be fantastic.
I bet somewhere, someplace, in a vault in the vast Bishop estate, he has that video.
He's right, though. I don't think there's any way you could talk to OJ and not in the back of your mind just have
some PR guy comes up like
murder.
Just about football.
Murder.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Keep this to football. All right. Murder.
Sorry, I'm gonna go Norm Macdonald on you from SNL.
Ken Griffey Jr. is not going to like that. He's not going to like that joke. He's a hell of a photographer, though.
Yes,
he ain't going to like that joke. Maybe he appreciates Norm humor now, like he didn't back at the 1999 ESPYs or whatever.
Just an all-time 10-minute monologue from him. Just go watch that tonight if you've never seen that.
I recommend it.
Flip that on after a couple of soda pops.
All
You'll
right.
laugh.
Teddy. Let's hear some more. What do we got next?
All right, here's Justin Thomas talking about his round there the other day when he was out with Coach Saban and Coach Day.
Could you take us through today what it was like getting to play with Coach Saban, Coach Day, and was this your first time meeting Coach Day? Had you met him before?
It was. I actually joked with Coach Saban coming up 18. I was like, man, I hate to say this, but Coach Day's a really, really good dude, and I hate that I'm going to maybe have to root for Ohio State a little bit because of how nice of a guy he was.
I actually thought about this a lot since Ryan Day played with Nick Saban and it was making its way through social media. A lot of that stuff, our stuff that Stephanie Odie did, Anthony, like some good job by our digital team, Tyler and company as well. But love it. Love to see Nick Saban and also JT out there having a good time with Ryan Day.
I asked this question last night on the Buckeye Show. Of the three of them, who do you think was the most nervous to tee off?
It seemed like Coach Day was. Nicole told us from talking to Day that he was quite nervous.
Well, because you have people around you.
It's tough.
If you're not a good golfer, you're going to fire one into someone's skull. Okay, so you already got that, and you're playing with one of the best professionals. I know that Justin Thomas had a tough day today out here at Muirfield Village. It can get anybody, but you're still playing with like a guy who just won a month ago on the PGA Tour. He's a big Bama guy.
It's
if
hard
you have
to play
Coach
with someone
Saban
that good.
there playing with you, who is now on the retirement golf tour, I would be shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
He stood up to number 10, and I think it was Nicole who actually got the video of it.
Yeah,
Just stripe show.
I think
great shot.
I talked about this yesterday too. It does things to me inside my body when I don't know how a person is as a golfer, and then you find out, and they've got the swing. It's just like, oh yes, like I think more highly of you now.
As long as you keep up on a golf course, that's really all that matters.
No, I mean it wasn't like a powerful swing that Coach Day has, but that's not tempo, and like a good coach needs control. He had control, and hands were good, feet were good, finish was good, and he has a nice little. That thing was a 5 to 7 yard cut that went right of that trap, right in the middle of the fairway.
He aimed that left.
That was nice,
like right at that left bunker. Which, by the way, brute of a hole, number 10. Aimed that right in the middle of that left side bunker and then just pulled it right back into the fairway.
Yeah, you and I, we've been lucky enough to play out here. That hole always gets in my head because it looks like it's 700 yards.
Because it is.
When you're on the tee box.
It is.
And you feel like you have got to blister a drive, and then you miss the fairway and you're dead.
It's always
Hello,
in
double.
the wind.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep. Hello, double. We'll have some more sound as Too Hot with Teddy continues. Beam is in. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Right lane blocked off from an accident on westbound 670 at 3rd Street. That does have traffic stop and go back from 5th Avenue. About a 25-minute delay right now. And 2 lanes blocked off from an accident eastbound US 33 between Post Road and Avery Muirfield Drive. This report is sponsored by Put-in Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise on Lake Erie for any getaway or retreat. Put-in Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm one of the at-home coaches with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. A lot of times people just come to me and they're like, I've tried everything. I just can't lose weight. And I'm like, you haven't tried everything. You haven't tried Awaken 180. And we're completely different. The biggest difference I hear from people is the relationship with the health coach, because we get to know you. We're there for you. We're unlimited support for you. It's not just somebody who's sending you a cookie cutter program. You're getting that personal health coach. You and your health coach will work together at Awaken 180 to figure out how to make it your new lifestyle so that you don't have to think about it. You just live your life. That's the main difference. Come talk to us and see how Awaken 180 can help you.
Thanks, Mandy. This is Scotty Vegas. Unlimited coaching, unlimited support. Awaken 180 is there for you while losing weight fast and after reaching your goal. Free support for life at awaken180weightloss.com.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Bishop and Friends.
You cannot talk about the coolest athletes of all time from Ohio without my guy.
Oh, yeah!
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in nearly 90% of cases. Listen to what Alex has to say about our ED treatments.
I have been experiencing problems with ED, but that's all changed. My name's Alex, and I've been a patient for Tri-State Men's Health for under a year. I highly recommend this. Every day I wake up feeling good compared to I was back in the old days. It changed. It's more exciting. You know, I don't have a problem with ED anymore. I'm having a lot more fun. I was very comfortable. I was always comfortable in any conversation I had with Tri-State Men's Health. Yeah, I just want to let gentlemen out there know that you do not have to live with ED, that it is not just an aging process. It is also hormonal and balance and everything in your system. And once you get that under control and everything, you do go back to your youth a lot in how you feel.
Thanks, Alex. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Timmy is aroused. Uncomfortably aroused. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy live from the Memorial.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
It is a good time out here at the Memorial. Timmy Hall and Beam is in for the man today. If you guys miss anything or any part of the show, you can always download and subscribe to the podcast. And I heard that the logo just updated, so that was cool. So the Common Man and Timmy podcast, it is brought to you by our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. So please do check it out. Teddy, how we doing back there, man?
I'm doing great, Mike.
Good. So what are we going to pivot to now? We've got how much more sound do you have, by the way?
I got a ton of sound. We only got two last segments.
The rest of the show.
As many as we need. How many segments do we have left? We're here till 6 o'clock. Okay, we got Nicole Shearin coming up at 5:30, so maybe we'll be done by then. What do we have next?
All right. This was from Rothman and Ice yesterday, and I think it was like National Cheeseburger Day or something like that yesterday, and they were talking to Scotty Vegas, and you'll hear him and Maddie and Rothman here on this cut talking about burgers.
Scotty, how do you like your burger? Not the temp, but what's on your burger, the dream burger for Scotty Vegas?
I'll tell you what, I just did it about an hour and a half ago here.
You do it.
I got to have bacon.
Of course.
Right? Bacon, tomato, lettuce, and onion, and that's all I need.
Okay. I am a bacon, grilled onions, barbecue sauce, Swiss cheese.
Maddie,
that is my dream burger.
That is what they call a Western.
I'm in.
And it's unbelievable.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I
That sounds kind
need.
of high maintenance, to be honest with you.
What's that, TLC?
I said that kind of sounds like a high maintenance burger. I need grilled onions and barbecue sauce.
Is it really high maintenance? Put some grilled onions.
Grilled
in the
onions
grill
somehow
for me.
sounded a little bougie
Yeah,
for the
you got to
for
have
the
the
Iceman.
grilled onions. And if you don't want those, maybe give me some of those onion petals they are, like those fried
The
onion
straws.
petals on those things. Yeah, that works as well.
All right, so I also heard Cole.
Yep.
He's one of our fine, he's a good, clean boy as well.
He's
He's
all
doing
right.
a nice job. Beam says he's okay. I don't know if I caught what the TLC stands for, the nickname that
I
they've
don't
given
know.
him.
Something Cole. I'm guessing the C stands for Cole. I don't know what the T and the L stands for.
Tender loving care or
Tender loving Cole.
the lucky child. I don't like what is
The lucky child.
what is I gotta get back. I gotta get back with him on the TLC.
Do
but
you
the
have
burgers,
an ideal? Do you have an ideal burger?
I definitely have an
Like
ideal
on your
burger.
deathbed,
Thank
if they're
you for
serving
asking.
you a burger, what is on it?
I would
And I know
like-
it's not mayonnaise.
You're absolutely right. I'm gonna have bacon, cheese, lettuce, tomato.
What kind of
pickle,
what
and
kind
raw
of
onion.
lettuce?
I just want
Like a leaf or shredded lettuce?
I want 1 or 2 romaine leaves.
Okay, the romaine is
Yeah,
nice. It's a nice
crispy,
crunch, yeah.
crispy, fresh with that the edge piece to it to give you that crunch. Shredded's fine. I mean, I've gone to several burger joints. That's what they do. I'm still getting it. I'm not saying no to the lettuce if it's shredded. I actually did for the first time in a while, Beam. And look, it was never an issue of it's not good, but Five Guys is extremely expensive
What is it?
nowadays.
How much was it for a burger and fries? You remember?
So Sarah got one of the little versions because
Okay.
they have littles and then they just have your regulars. And I think the full-on bacon cheeseburger is almost $15 now. Yeah. And for the smallest fry is $6. So you could be at $21
Just for a
without
burger
even
and
getting
fry.
a Coke. You could be up at $25. What do you think the milkshake runs you there? I think they just do one vanilla milkshake. I hear it's good. I've never had it.
$7.
$7.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$7.20 if you want the whipped cream on top.
I don't know if the milkshakes here cost $7.
I don't know. There's no way that they do. You could be up around $30 for one person to go and
That's
enjoy.
crazy for a burger joint.
It's good. Look, it's really good. And they are actually the first place that got me on to putting A1 on a burger. Instead of putting ketchup on it, I saw it on the menu there like a long time ago, and I started, popping into Five Guys. They started right near where I grew up in Northern Virginia.
Do you like
very
to put
first
the
one.
A1 in your burger
Yeah.
mixture?
I will get it. Oh,
I'm talking about in the patty.
I usually don't do that.
Okay.
I usually have
Just
a
salt and
blend of
pepper?
spices and then a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
Like that's the little sauce I use to give that patty a little bit of a kick. And I'm smashing now. I've got the flat top grill.
Oh yeah.
And we've got the special like stainless steel tool.
Yeah, the smasher.
We are smashing. We're thinner than paper. And we're doing
Are
2
you using
patties,
the parchment
3
the
patties.
parchment paper on top of it?
Oh,
Nice.
your pants will fly right off. You have one of these burgers. Oh, they're incredible. But
I think
yeah.
so we have
What's
a
your
place,
burger?
We
What
have
are
a
you getting
place
on
by us called Preston's.
They're
which
great.
is
They're
very
great.
good.
Phenomenal. Yep.
And they do like the OG Big Boy with some sort of either like burger or tartar sauce on it. That's an ideal situation for me. Some sort of really good burger or tartar sauce with a diced onion and a shredded lettuce. I need
Okay.
that. I need
Okay.
the onion to be diced.
You want all those veggies chopped up.
I want them chopped
You
up.
want the chopped
I want them
onions.
falling
Yeah.
all over the place out of the bun.
You do. I want it
Yeah.
just the opposite right there, but it all tastes good. All right, Teddy, give us another clip.
All right, this was from the Buckeye Show last night, and I learned something about Tim May here.
So what about getting your pilot license?
But I soloed on my 16th birthday.
Okay.
And I was in pursuit of that. And then I had a couple of instances that scared me to death. I was under a cloud, and I got just flipped upside down in a heartbeat, just upside down in a little Cessna 150. And I pulled the yoke, the little steering wheel, as some people would call it, and finished the loop.
Full flip.
And then turned around and started back on my way. And I was thinking to myself, man, you handled that so cool. You're the coolest dude ever.
I was listening to that.
It was a great story by Tim.
It was a great story, and he continued on. I knew that he was a fan of planes and aviation. We talked about the Air Force Museum before, going over there in Dayton.
He told me
Willie's going to love that if he hasn't
you need
been
to take
yet.
You need to take Willie to the Air Force Museum. It's over there in Dayton. I'm like, thanks, Tim. I'm from 10 minutes away from there. I've been there.
I know all about
I've
it.
spent 600 days there in my life.
Yeah, it is. Anyone that's been around there, you get some Bill's Donuts, go check out the Air Force
It's
Museum.
a great day.
Get a Marion's Pizza, head on
good to
back to
go.
Columbus, and that's a heck of a day, a full day. But he talked about, and I can't even imagine that first time when you land on your own. Instructor says, training wheels are off, stick is yours, approach is yours.
Because the wireless part, too, is when the instructor gets out of the plane. It's like, here you go.
And then you're
all
alone.
You're taking off, and then you're landing. The best part about that story is that Tim was alluding like he thought he was cool and calm, and he got himself back to a situation in which the plane was flying normally. He said he was 20 miles away from the airport when this happened.
Still
when
ways
he did,
to get back.
So, yeah, a ways to get back. Again, he said he was in a single-engine Cessna, and he goes 10 minutes after that, full body shakes. He goes, I had full body shakes.
Yeah.
And at that point, then I became very scared that I was going to not be able to land the plane because he was in shock. Like, his body was in shock to what just happened, and it took him 10 minutes to realize what it was. But, yeah, he said he's not flown a plane since then.
You ever wonder if you're in a commercial flight where the pilot's doing it for the first time?
Like Nathan Fielder?
It's got to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you have an experienced co-pilot, I'm sure, if it's
Do
your
you?
first time, but you're still...
Just a couple of guys on your first flights. Hey, Jim, what
Jim
number
and
flight is this for you?
Jack
hey,
and
Dave.
Dick here are
Yeah.
just going to try to
Number one.
land
Oh,
this sucker.
funny situation. It's number one for me, too.
Wow, what are the odds?
I'd like to thank everybody on the maiden voyage today for our first flight as a team.
Oh, man. Teddy,
I
thank
think
you so
I'd be
much.
okay with that, honestly. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Just let it happen. Just let him finish. All right. What have we been discussing so far today? We get you caught up with the Pulse next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
2 lanes remain blocked off from an accident eastbound on US 33 between Post Road and Avery Muirfield Drive. You're up to an hour delay at the moment back from US 42. Traffic getting by using only the right berm. Westbound 670, right lane blocked from an accident at 3rd Street, and southbound 71 accident on the right berm after 670. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always, Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Hardscape Pros, are you tired of working with broken down tools and chasing paychecks? At 9 Trees, we respect your craft, invest in the best equipment, and back our crews with full benefits and top pay. We're not just offering you a job, we're offering you a career. If you're a seasoned pro, work with a top patio builder that treats you like family. Call 9 Trees at 614-921-9595 or visit 9treeslc.com to apply. 9 Trees Landscape Construction. The best reputation, the best compensation.
The big focus in America today is on your health, and you're determined to look beyond pills and steroids and surgery to feel your best, right? So I want to talk to the person who is in pain right now. Or maybe it's someone you love. You've done everything they told you to do, and the pain just keeps coming back. Hey, it's Tyvus Powell for QC Kinetics. They are different. These are not quick fixes. This is a revolutionary treatment that works to give your body long-term relief. You'll meet face-to-face with Dr. Aaron Wilkoff and the QC Kinetics medical team. They'll explain how their regenerative treatments take your body's own healing power and helps heal and restore your damaged tissue. These are well-respected protocols that include potent and powerful cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics has helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in Columbus, Ohio. They'd be honored to help you as well. Yes, you can say goodbye to that chronic pain and live your best life. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Earn $200 when you spend $2,000 in the first 90 days with a new Visa from Kemba Financial Credit Union. Plus, pay 0% APR on balances transferred in the first 90 days for 15 months. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Offer ends June 30th, 2025. Equal opportunity lender.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Ben Griffin, who got his first PGA Tour win last weekend at the Colonial, is atop the leaderboard at day one of the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village. He birdied his last 3 holes to finish 7 under 65, 2 strokes better than Colin Morikawa, trying to stay close. Max Homa at 4 under, Shane Lowry at 3 under. Ohio State making official some kickoff times for the coming football season today. Texas, 12 noon, Grambling State, 3:30, Ohio University, 7 p.m., and, of course, the Michigan game, it's traditional, 12 noon start. NBA playoffs, Game 5, Eastern Finals tonight. Indiana and New York Pacers lead the series 3-1. NHL tonight. Edmonton at Dallas in Game 5 of the Western Finals. Oilers lead the Stars 3-1. Both of Ohio's major league teams off. Clippers playing in Rochester tonight. This update brought to you by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Timmy is at the memorial. Common Man has been arrested for public urination.
Crazy little shock jocks.
You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live at the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Happy Memorial Tournament Thursday, everybody. We have been kicking it since 6 o'clock this morning, and we will be here all day tomorrow as well, and we'll be broadcasting live through Fan Sports Sunday on the weekend. I'm Timmy Hall. Man is out. Beamer is doing the show with us today. Thanks for doing it, Beam. It's been fun out here.
That's been fun. I always love coming out to Jack's place, man. It's the best.
Man, it's
Public service announcement, too.
Fantastic.
I'm seeing a lot of red skin out here. Wear your sunscreen.
Yeah, right.
Or get the long sleeves on.
I said this already today, but you know my ideal temps. It's a little bit on the cooler side. I don't need the sunshine. I could go for 60 degrees. We had the question because my ideal temperature might even be colder, but ideal golf temps, I settled on 60 degrees and cloudy with no wind.
That's like
little to no wind.
That's my perfect day.
That's just a day.
That's my perfect day, where you wake up and you can play football, you can play golf, you can play soccer, you can play hockey. It feels like an anything kind of day.
Yeah, I heard you talking about one of our days earlier in the week. You felt like it was just get up and play football.
Yeah.
Like it feels like an Ohio fall, October, November, fall, Saturday, right? You got the crispiness of those leaves in your nose. Like it just smells like fall, like football. I could go colder for football. I could give me 48 degrees.
What's your
cloudy.
threshold for chilly?
I think for me to be chilly below 45.
I'm saying food chili. I'm saying to make a pot of chili.
I gotcha, yeah.
What's your indicator? Because I won't. Unless
it's got to be below 50.
Unless it's below either 45 or 50, I can't do it.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I completely agree. You've got to be. It's like the same thing with the Oktoberfest beers. I don't need to see
We're
those
doing that too
in
early.
August. I don't want to see them in August.
I don't need a.
It's not right.
I don't need a Bach or anything.
No.
When it's 95 degrees.
No,
out.
I don't need a Bach or a Porter. I can line and kugel that thing all the way until it's time to make the switch.
Yeah.
Or really, Coors Light that thing.
Way to
right?
go. Way to save it.
Wrong,
are a
right?
professional.
Yeah, I mean that was a wrong thing to say, and I understand that. It's Coors Light until it's time to make the switch to other kinds of beers. But even then, you do it. It's not going to taste as good. So
it's not.
Either way,
Facts.
Yeah. This week is just so cool because it just sort of sets you off. School is ending. The kid in me comes out again that school is over. This tournament is here. Summer vacations could be right around the corner. You're heading out for the family vacay?
I am. I'm living in your best hour of life right now.
This is it. This is the last hour of work for Beam
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. You shouldn't take the headset off.
No.
You need to stay working and live in this moment.
By the way, you're crazy for thinking that. The best part of the vacation is actually getting there. I will argue
Day one?
I will argue this, the best beer, because we always do, we rank things. We always rank beers, like post-mo beers. Shower beers are a good one.
A shower beer is insane.
I love an airport beer. All right,
why don't you just be like Jessica Biel and start eating in the shower too?
No, I don't need to do
Have
that.
a block of cheese.
Tim, I'm telling you, and you don't even like to do yard work, but if you're out grinding in the yard,
I do have the beer
for
after the mow.
3 hours,
Yeah.
and you're after the mow, and then it takes time for you to cool down. You don't want to be too hot getting into the shower, or else you're going to sweat immediately after.
I love a cold shower actually.
Okay,
after the mow.
There's
when it's
time and place
ridiculously
for
hot.
a cold
Yeah.
shower. But then you have the shower beer after the post-mow beer. Those are a nice little marriage. But number one beer ranking of all time, first beer when you arrive at your destination on vacation.
Oh, for sure.
It's the best.
For sure.
It's the best.
I do not get blitzed really ever anymore as an adult, but the one time we would allow ourselves to just have a lot of fun and just go for the gold.
Go nuts.
Would be like the middle of the week of our family vacation. It would usually be with my sister and brother-in-law. So like the four of us, we just get around the table. Yeah, it'd be an OBX, Jersey Shore kind of thing. A place where you're clearly walking back. Sometimes it would just be on the deck at the place that we're renting, or on the patio
Deck
in the
beer's
grass.
a good beer.
Oh, just fantastic, right? It's few and far between. And it's not like I can even get blackout. I can't black out.
We could try.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. We went through this in college. It doesn't happen. I can't do it. All that happens is I get the spinnies and I just start throwing up again. I know Common Man likes his little thing. He says he's never thrown up since 1997. I'm a professional at vomiting. I vomit all the time. I'm going to throw up after the show. It's
just
so
because I had
hot.
so much fun.
I had so much fun, and I'm cooking out here. Papers are flying everywhere. You know what? We do actually need paperweights. Paperweights are a thing that no one has ever used.
Do you have a phone? You have a Rolex in front of you.
That's no Rolex. I wish. Paul Keels has the Rolex around here.
As he should. If there's any person to work at our radio station that deserves a Rolex, it's Big Daddy.
No, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But we're here for the golf tournament. It's the Memorial. But what have we been talking about today? It's the Pulse.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the Pulse.
We've been talking about golf. Shocker there.
Really been talking about nothing.
We've been, golf's just sort of it's there. Like, we're here for the golf, but the show has still been the show. I brought this up to Beam, who is also, as you guys know, a huge golf guy. If you had a chance to just take $1 million cash, I saw this on Twitter and X earlier this week, you get $1 million cash, or you got to go toe-to-toe with Tiger Woods, but you get 72 holes, not just 18.
I mean,
and all you have to do is beat him on one hole, so you're playing the same tees, straight up, and you get $100 million.
All it takes is one good shot on a par 3. That's it.
True.
That's
you just get a birdie. You get a birdie.
Just a kick-in birdie.
4 rounds to do that, so 12 par 3 opportunities depending on the course.
16.
Yeah.
16 of them.
4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, you're right. Math.
God, now I kind of want to change my mind. Earlier on, I said take the mill.
But if you don't do it, you go to jail for a year.
I think jail would be good.
You're going to Shawshank.
I think that would be good for me.
What did you think of Victor Hovland enjoying the prison up north, up by Mansfield?
Last year he did
2 straight years, he said, when he said friends or family come in. He likes to enjoy some of what the local communities have to offer.
Go to the zoo, Victor.
You live your life on the road. Yeah, check out the zoo. Although that North American expansion got delayed. It's not open yet.
Not May 30th anymore?
No.
They've been working their tails off over at the zoo.
It's like a 41...
Proud zoo pass holders.
Yeah, it's like a $41 million expansion to that. So we determined that Beam still enjoys cutting the grass. He talked about some of his favorite beers just back there.
I love it.
Jeremy Birmingham put that tweet out there, too. He said he don't know how it happened or why it happened, but he truly enjoys cutting the grass, and it's therapeutic.
I might do it when I get home tonight.
I might do it, too, because it needs to be done.
Yeah.
For the good of the neighborhood.
It does.
I enjoy the result. I enjoy looking at it after it, but I'm hot. I'm sweaty. It's not one of the activities that I love. About the only thing that I get enjoyment to this day, being in the heat, is playing golf. I will sacrifice. I will go out there in 90-degree weather.
Nothing else?
When I prefer it to be 60 because of golf.
What about in a pool on a hot day?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of need to be in a pool on a hot day if I'm not playing golf, or else I'm just
miserable. You can enjoy nothing else on a 90-degree day?
Being out here is about the next best thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sitting on the sand at the beach, maybe.
Sand's overrated.
I can't get in the water anymore because everything bites me and stings me.
Sand's overrated. It gets everywhere.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
do you like to get it into your crack?
Yeah, I don't think you're playing right at the beach.
Yeah,
I don't think you're playing right at the beach unless you get it in your crack. Yeah, I think for sure.
Let it go wherever.
Like when we go up to Michigan here in a couple of days, sand will just be everywhere all the time.
Right
for the next week and a half, we'll just be all over the place.
I've never been to the beach up that far north in Michigan where you are, but do they have the super soft singing sands? Because I know Lake Michigan in Indiana has the softest sand.
So
Is it
Lake
that
Michigan's
way?
about 10 minutes away from where we stay at.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel like you can just fall into that and it will
That's
be fine.
nice. That is at least nice.
It will cushion you nicely.
That's probably better sand than you're getting at Outer Banks, which is just rough and coarse and a lot of pebbles and rocks. It's not even fun to get in the water at Outer Banks anymore. It's just they need to do some beach restoration like they do at the Jersey Shore. You can't even walk into the water without feeling like you're going to die. Then a shark's going to come by and eat you.
And Mark the Shark, made fun of me for this a few years ago. Unless it's picture perfect clear water in the ocean, salt water, I will not go in below my knees. Won't do it.
Yeah.
Fresh water, you get into a big lake, fine, I'll swim in it. That's good. Salt water, though, I don't know if there's a shark there. It freaks me out that I touch seaweed all the time.
It might be too much for me because I was I was barely up to my shin above my ankle, and a stingray got me in San Diego, and it was the worst pain I've ever experienced. It lingered for 2 months. It was that bad.
Meredith got stung by a jellyfish one time.
I've had that happen too. Everything that can sting you or bite you, I've been gotten by.
An animal attractor.
I'm just waiting to have my leg bitten off by a shark.
That's next.
That's the next, so I cannot get into the ocean. Yes, I cannot go. More yapping from the college football coaches down south this week, but here's a take I could actually get behind. That's next. Beamer's in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
2 lanes remain blocked off from an accident on eastbound US 33 between Post Road and Avery Muirfield Drive. Heavy delays back from US 42. If you want to avoid those, try using Industrial Parkway as an alternate route. And on westbound 161, accident on the right berm between New Albany and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Kosai, Unofficial Galaxies Star Wars exhibit, open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at Kosai through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies, now open at Kosai. Get your tickets now at kosai.org. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese.
Lunch is ready.
He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Alzheimer's disease affects more than 6 million Americans, and nearly 2/3 are women. Hi, I'm Cherie Sample Hughes, Chair for Women in Government. Alzheimer's disease progresses slowly over 10 to 20 years in stages. A timely diagnosis may allow for more options and bring new hope. This May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Talk to your doctor if you notice any memory or thinking issues in yourself or a loved one. Find more information at womeningovernment.org.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is our season, and we're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie for National Flip-Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. Mostly cloudy skies as we head into the evening. A few showers could be possible. Temperatures out there will fall down into the upper 50s overnight. High near 70 as we head toward tomorrow. Showers and some possible thunderstorms due to possible heavy rainfall on people in town for the Memorial Tournament. 10TV Weather Impact Alert Day will be in place, so be ready for the rain. Rain showers should move out by the weekend. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Good afternoon, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live from Muirfield.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Beamer is in for Man here today as we are broadcasting live from the Memorial Tournament. Our normal booth setup, you cannot miss us as you head into the tournament right by the short game area. We'll be here tomorrow 3 to 6 as well. Boys, you were just talking about this in the break. Teddy, the big Reds guy, back there as well. Lexi Diaz, former All-Star reliever, is on his way out west,
where he will become a perennial All-Star.
We're just talking to one of our one of our guys stopped by here, Barry, who runs the Alumni Club of Los Angeles for the Buckeyes.
Probably
just
thrilled
dropped
about
by
it.
and talked to us, going out west to the Dodgers. And you said, what did they
Mike
just getting?
Villani coming back.
Mike Villani.
Never
Okay.
heard of fake guy, not a real guy.
All right, so the exchange, that's their 2024 13th round pick, Mike Villani. That's the Dodgers' 13th round pick there. So that's who they got. That is the deal.
World Series, here we come.
Yeah, right.
Right, Ted? Don't you think?
Oh,
World
man.
Series.
Print the shirts, man.
Yeah, print the shirts. That's right.
It's kind of the season that I thought the Reds would be having to this point.
Underwhelming?
Underwhelming, but not woeful.
No.
Not horrendous.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah,
exactly
right,
where you
right
want to
there
be.
in the middle, like seeming like they need a little bit of a push. You know,
Yeah.
they need
Get
to make
going,
some moves.
guys.
Need a little bit of a push. Baseball has not been good for me this year with what the Orioles are doing. They are tragic. They're so bad. Beam, did you watch The Crew last night?
I did watch The Crew. I thought it was a little bit unfair for them to draw that game 2-2, but yeah, I mean
unfair, like they got.
I mean, I thought they were the better team in the game.
But then they also had got the help of an own goal to get that draw.
Yeah,
in the
so
end.
they let up a goal in the second minute of the game. Like, that's going to crush you. And then the Crew scored, and then Nashville scored immediately right away, so they were chasing again after 3 or 4 minutes. But yeah, I thought it was a little unfair for them. I thought they deserved the 3 points, but alas, it's the middle of the season, and this is what they do. So they've been on rocky footing, I feel like, the last couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, you did not want to, even with it being a road game, you didn't want to take an L at Charlotte and then to get the draw when you come back home after that loss. You really wanted to see a better performance and see this offense start to take off for the Crew. And it's a little, going back to the game, the Hell is Real matchup, it just seems like they were close, generating a lot of opportunities, but not being able to put the ball in the back of the net.
Got to get Gazdag going.
Need
Got
to get
him
Gazzy
going because him
going.
and Rossi are kind of playing the same position, and we need to switch one of those up. I think Rossi needs to run in the middle of the field a little bit more, throw Gazdag out on the left, and kind of see what happens from there. But yeah, unfair last night, but a draw is a draw. You'll take it. It's not a loss. It's not 3 points dropped at home.
I know you guys have been hitting on a lot of the stuff on your show. The guys yapping about everything in the sport and in college football
SEC
with
spring
SEC
meetings.
meetings. Yeah, SEC meetings. It's going on. So, I mean, we got Chris Del Conte, the AD from Texas, talking
I
about
gotta go to
hot
church.
dang. We have a contractual obligation to stay on Saturday.
By the way,
certainly not switching the Buckeye game to Sunday.
That game
night
was officially announced today, the Ohio State-Texas game, as a noon kickoff. So that is official. That came in from Jerry Emig.
Yep.
The game after that against Grambling is a
3:30
game. OU, which I was opining for, is a night game. It's a night primetime game against the reigning MAC champion.
You wanted it.
Yes.
You wanted the night game.
I wanted that. That's great. Everybody coming up from Athens or all around the state. Like, we got a bunch of Bobcats living in here in Central
Of course
Ohio
we
as
do.
well.
Yeah, we have a lot of Bobcats that are Buckeye football fans, and I understand that, too, 'cause
Absolutely.
it's a different level of the sport there.
But
you
they
can like
won,
both.
They won their first MAC championship in 50-some-odd years last year. I wanted that to be a primetime game. Like, that can have a little pop to it.
I'm fine with it.
So I was cool with that. And then
if you're not going to get the Texas game, I mean, you want to see something be a night game.
At least it's OU,
yeah.
you know, like it's your closest probably.
Yeah, don't make the Grambling game.
I don't need that
7 o'clock or 8 o'clock game.
No.
That's silly. Yeah. Even 3:30, honestly, is a little late for my liking.
That is a noon game.
That's a classic noon game, right? It's not that hard. That's the noon game. The Texas game is not the noon game. That's the one you come out guns blazing and you play that one at night. And I don't even like the idea of switching that to Sunday to play that one at night.
So
it should be a
DeVere-
Saturday night game.
DeVere had a great idea last night on the Buckeye Show. He goes, we have curtain raisers and banner raisers. He goes, why don't we do that in college football? He goes, you play your first game, reigning national champion always gets the Sunday Labor Day primetime game. And that's it.
So he wants that Sunday night.
Yeah, and this year it would have been
to
Ohio
be locked in for the reigning national champion.
I think that would be that's a pretty good idea. The reigning national champions, everybody's out of the way.
And nothing can compete with it. Notre Dame and Miami, Catholics
You
and
get
Cons,
Sunday
no.
night.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get the Sunday night, 7:30, 8 o'clock, whenever you're going to kick that off, prime time. The TV eyeballs are all yourself.
Yeah.
I said that's a great idea because we do it in the NBA when they raise their banners. We obviously do it in the NFL where they always get the Thursday night opener for the Super Bowl champions.
And you know what? You really do. There's been so much discussion about the calendar, and you could probably take advantage, and it's going to happen at some point, I do believe it, the movement in college football. You'll get that week 0 become the new week 1 to try to make a little bit more space for the college football playoff as it expands. You're going to need to, and do some things with the transfer portal window. That's going to be coming down the pike as well. But then you can have 2 opportunities to be clear of the NFL before the NFL slate picks up. So you can utilize 2 Sundays right there to put some big games down on as well.
I'm cool with that. I
Yeah.
mean, since they're encroaching on your territory in December.
Encroach on theirs.
Encroach on theirs, but by encroaching on theirs meaning that they're not playing yet.
In the NFL, honestly, like they should also play ball with college football.
It's their feeder league. You have pre-built stars who there's 15 million people watching their names get called up to a stage.
They
college
can
football did
work
that for you. The NFL didn't.
Exactly. The NFL, if we have big college football playoff games that actually need the time slots that make sense for it as we maneuver through the playoff, the NFL playoffs can also maybe move off of a couple of those time slots on Saturday. Yeah. Play the early game and then play the primetime game and then find a way that each game can get its dedicated window. Like they can do some things. I did see Bodie's favorite guy, the Bode man, Brian Kelly, down
big
there.
Brian Kelly guy.
Me and my family down there at LSU.
I feel like he's in a nice little hot seat this year, Brian Kelly.
Definitely is. I do agree with him here, though, when we talk about the quest to find some semblance of uniform scheduling. I don't think you're ever going to get that. The conferences are too big.
Yeah.
And whatever partnership you're talking about, ACC, Big 12, SEC, ACC, they're in a pot together. That still can be wildly different schedules. Like, you'll never be able to compare them. But he at least is saying that SEC coaches want a game versus the Big Ten.
Thank you, Brian.
He's saying that. I don't know if everyone, even though he says SEC coaches say that, it seems like a lot of them still want to have the easiest schedule they can have, but also get the most teams in the college football playoff. So you can't really have both. But he says, we want to compete against the Big Ten. Looky here. The Big Ten right now holds it on the SEC. They won the last 2 national championships. That's the reality of it. We want to get challenged in that regard, and we'd like to be able to get that done. That's up to our commissioner and the ADs to see if that can happen or not, but that's the wish of the room. I think that's I'd rather go 10 conference games and then have at least, I would probably argue for both of the other 2 to be big-time non-conference games that are agreements like the old ACC Big Ten Challenge. I know, though, you mentioned the Ohio game and that being at night. There's a lot of fans that still hold that dear, having an in-state game.
Sure.
So maybe there's a compromise where one game at least gets left for an in-state game that you're kind of going to win. But I think you need to kind of get to it, to playing big-time games that TV partners are going to want to pay more money to be involved in.
Yeah.
You get Alabama or LSU and Ohio State or
and I don't
Texas every year.
I don't know, strategically how they would do this because there's 16 teams in the SEC and then 18 in the Big Ten, so you still are going to have 2 teams who are left without an opponent. I would be willing to go one step further and just sign up for the home and home for 2 years with an SEC team. Like if it's
and
Ohio,
just go through 2-year periods.
Yeah, so it's going to take you, 30 some odd years to get through, but you are eventually going to do that, and you will restart the shot clock. But I think that is a great idea from Brian Kelly, especially considering he lost his opener last year at LSU to USC in the Big Ten. So he even lost a game to a Big Ten team last year and said, I love doing that. Let's do that. But don't you dare take away these games from the campus experience. Don't put them at neutral sites. Play them home and play them home.
Yes, we do that way too much in college basketball, and it stinks. We don't need to be doing that. I don't know why you're even playing a game at Lambeau. Like, I get the allure of that stadium. Go see a Packers game up there. Like, they
play there 9 times a year.
Yeah, that's what that one is for. Our guy, no. See, we had to switch it. It's your fault, Nicole. It's your fault because we had to switch the schedule 2 times. A good, clean girl, Nicole Shearin from 10TV. She's reporting like a crazy person this week, and she's going to stop by the set in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
An accident has now been cleared out on eastbound US 33 between Post Road and Avery Muirfield Drive. All lanes now reopened there. Westbound I-70, it's an accident on the off-ramp to 71. Traffic is moving slow from Miller-Kelton. This report is sponsored by MORPC and the GoHio commute program. Already biking, carpooling, or riding public transit to work? Log trips 5 days this month with GoHio Commute and unlock hundreds of local discounts and a shot at gift card giveaways. Learn how at GoHioCommute.com/MORPC. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
When you're starting a home improvement project, a few big questions always come up. Who can I trust? Will they be there if something goes wrong? And lastly, how much is this going to cost me? At Newman Roofing, we've been answering those questions for over 30 years. As a family-owned and operated company that takes pride in every aspect of the job, with family members involved in each department of the company, we treat your home like it's our own. That means clear communication, no shortcuts, and a white glove experience from start to finish. And when it comes to cost, we get it. That's why we offer flexible financing options so you can get the quality your home needs at a price that works for your budget. Don't just take our word for it. With over 700 5-star reviews on Google, families across Central Ohio are sharing their Newman Roofing experience. For roofing, siding, and gutter solutions built around family, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
97.1 The Fan Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union with rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Opening round at Muirfield Village, Ben Griffin, an impressive 65, coming off his win a week ago to sit on top at 7 under par. Griffin happy to keep the mojo going on a difficult course.
Yeah, it was an incredible day. Kind of building on what I kind of was doing last week, making a ton of birdies, staying aggressive. This is one of the toughest golf courses we play on tour, and you've got to kind of be on your game to make birdies and give yourself a lot of looks.
Colin Morikawa 2 back at -5. Max Homa alone at 3rd at -4, but the Village playing tough, only 13 players under par. We're back all day tomorrow, live outside of Muirfield Village. I'm Skip Mossick on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Oh, look. It's Jen Winters falling down a sinkhole. It must be Memorial Time. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
You know, I haven't seen Jen out here today, but we got to wish her a happy birthday. She must be enjoying herself somewhere.
Happy birthday.
So she's not rolling down a hill yet.
Well,
hopefully we can get it
here.
done.
Somewhere else, maybe.
Right, but we have the bushes of love are right behind us, and that is where she fell off the back of our stage 2 years ago and then rolled down the hill and was only stopped because a bush was there.
I'm not lying. That's a tough
to
scene.
stop her.
That's a tough scene.
It's great. It's great. It really is great. Beam is here with us. He's in for Man. And oh, look, Nicole Shearin, reporter, anchor for 10TV.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
You know, guys, it's really great. I don't know whether to stand like here, but then y'all, I'm blocking you. So I'm just going to go right here.
I know, because I would stand, but then these chairs are so
I like
awkward.
towering
they
over you,
they
Tim.
dig into my calves, and it's like it wants me to sit. So, yeah, you could be the tall one here. But how's it been for you?
It's been great.
What have you been up to today?
So today's been a little crazy, running all around. But the story that just aired at 4:45, I got to ride around with a volunteer who's been volunteering for 50 years, all 50 years of the tournament.
Wow.
And we had a blast. We were bopping all around on the go-kart or on the golf cart. I heard her whole life story. It was great. I had a blast. So that's what I've been doing.
What has she been doing for 50 years? Like, has she been elevated in responsibility each and every year?
Right. So she started in concession sandwich factory, and then she went to courtesy cars, and then she was in courtesy cars for. That was a good gig. She said it was her favorite.
Courtesy cars, like she gets to drive the Mercedes, the Lexuses.
Yep,
to the players.
Lexuses. Yep.
Good
she
catch.
And now she's in the media center, which is a lot more chill. Like, we see her a lot. She actually gave me my credential. I didn't know her at the time. But when I got my credential, she was the lady who gave it to me.
You said something before you threw the headset on. You said, I've been running around here so much, I have not seen one shot of golf.
Correct.
And
today.
Yeah, I am almost there. But what's crazy, though, for this tournament that we love so much, and Beam, I know you love it, we relish that time to actually sit down on the couch and sink our teeth into some of the coverage on Saturday and also on Sunday to watch the guys coming down the stretch and win it. I saw Victor Hovland disappear into the woods on 18 when I popped over there for 10 minutes. That was about a half an hour before our show started. That's it. I haven't seen anything on TV all day because we're here doing this.
Grinding.
Trying to put on this show for you guys.
That's all we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to put on a good product. I have seen a couple of people out here on the chipping green, but as far as an actual competitive shot, I think I saw 2 balls come in on 14 and then had to scram before I even saw who it was. So I'm like, there's good shots, guys. I'm out of here. See you later.
I have yet to see Scotty Scheffler with my own eyes.
Haven't laid eyes on Scotty.
The good news,
all
Nicole,
week?
Well, I wasn't here Monday, Tuesday, but my first day was yesterday, technically.
And you didn't see him yesterday either.
No, I didn't, because he teed off early in the morning, and then I had to do an interview, so I missed when he came off, and then I didn't see him today because I was doing my story.
The good
grinding
news for
away.
you is that there's probably 15 to 20,000 people out there with eyes on him right now.
Correct.
Yeah, we've got plenty of people following Scotty. I came in today. I came in here, dropped my bag off, went to say hey to a couple of people, and then looped around to where like the putting chipping green is at, and it was a mob of like 5,000 people. I'm like, I know who that mob's for. I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a close to like a tiger mob as you're going to find.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see Scotty this week.
He's so great for the game. Nicole, do you have thoughts on Scotty and just what he's done, just winning his 3rd major championship, finally getting another one that isn't the Masters, so 2 Masters and a PGA, halfway to a career slam, which Rory just pulled off recently.
I mean, I think it's pretty – I think I forget how old he actually is, and it really –
28, right?
Yeah.
I
was about to say, he's a year older than I am, and it really – it makes me I'm in awe by his career. The fact that when I put it in that perspective of like, wow, this guy's only a year older than me.
Don't try to do that with famous athletes.
I know. That's where I need to stop right there.
How old do you think Anthony Edwards is? You know, I mean,
I know. He was a Georgia boy. He was at Georgia when I was there. But, yeah, it's really great what he's doing. I'm happy for him. I mean, hey, it'd be awesome if he two-peated. We'll see what happens. But I'm proud of him. I think it's really cool what he's doing right now.
By the way, being my age guy throughout life has always been LeBron. Look what he's doing. Look what I've done.
You
42
are.
now, right?
40, I think. Okay. I got a year on him.
Yeah. Well, Scotty is currently 2 under par. He is on the 17th hole, so they're getting ready to come up 18. So I'm
That's
guessing.
nice.
So that means when I make my way back to our bunker, I'm not going to be able to get through.
Correct.
Because everyone is going to be there.
Yes, facts.
Yeah, no,
Good.
you are definitely going to be locked in. What are you when you've been walking the course? Have you been noticing the fans? Has everybody been pretty well behaved? See anything unusual or out of the ordinary, or everything good?
You know what I have noticed is how hilly this course is. I'd heard about it
Well, Jen
for
likes
years.
Jen likes to fall down
But
those
my
hills.
gosh. I mean, there was one incline where I thought I was on the Stairmaster. It was like real
Beam,
steep.
which one would that have been?
Probably number 10. If you're leaving the tee box on 10 and then jumping back
going
up.
into the pit and then
I think
coming back
going
up.
down and then back up
I
is
actually
number
think
10.
that was my poor photographer yesterday probably wanted to kill me because I had him going all over the course with his camera.
Yeah,
and
you need to
he's
get a
great,
golf
though.
cart connection.
I know.
You need to get a
I
cart
know.
connection. out
But
here.
no, the fans have seemed really great. Everyone's smiling, having a good time. I mean, it doesn't get much better.
What do you like or don't like? What do you think how does this compare to other sporting events? Because you've covered a lot of college football,
Yeah.
you've covered college basketball, and I think we talked. You haven't done a lot of PGA
Yeah.
Tour events
Mhm.
before, taking this job and coming here to Columbus, where this is one of our attractions every year. But how has that whole aspect been of just getting out here at the
it's
course?
definitely different because with football, everybody's in one location, right? But like with a golf tournament, you're kind of all spread out. Some people are in the gift shop, some people are on hole 10, some people are on 18. But I think that's what's kind of cool about it is that you can kind of tailor your experience how you want it to be, which I've never experienced anything like that. I will be honest, there were times where I was slightly lost. I was like, wait, where do I go now?
It's easy to get
what do I
lost
do?
out here.
Yeah.
Very easy.
But it's just everybody's really in a good mood. There's also this vibe around golf in general. It's very prestigious. It's very bougie is what I would call it.
Like Tim and his collared shirt.
Correct.
Today.
Yes.
And that's
good work.
And that's the misconception, because we are some sick Fs that like to play this game.
If I could just go out there,
It's
there's a
tough.
place that we go up to in Michigan. It's great. It's called Chestnut Hills. If you're ever up there, go see Doug in the pro shop. And I go in gym shorts and a T-shirt. I get to talk to him like one time a year. Doug, how you been? How was the winter? Brandon, good to see you.
Perfect.
He's a Sparty guy.
Perfect.
And he gives me a cart. I go out there and I play in like 18 holes an hour, 45 minutes by myself. Gym shorts,
Yeah.
T-shirts. It's the most fun round
love
I have
it.
all year.
I love that.
It's the best.
Shoot 59 in a round like that.
On the front.
Tim, I'm still
$2
waiting.
Coors Lights in the clubhouse.
It's beautiful.
Tim, I'm still waiting on your helping me out with my golf lessons. But
Well,
that's okay. We'll get
When
there.
are we going to I'm not going to help you. I'm going to put you in touch
No,
with a
but
pro.
you said you would put
I'm
me
not-
in touch, and you have yet to do that.
Well, you're busy this week, all right?
Tim can teach you. He's very good.
You're gonna get the bug after
this
week.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to run out there to start playing.
I will
After you
say,
ice your
guys-
legs for a couple of
Yes,
days.
correct.
Right. Yes.
I will say, guys, so me and Rhyme Time, we got matching hats. It was kind of cute earlier.
Oh my God.
It
So I was
says-
gonna ask you about the pro shop.
It's a
You've done some
sick
damage
hat,
in there.
y'all. Yeah, well, first of all, my parents are coming this weekend, but my mom's FaceTiming me, freaking out that they're going to sell out before she gets here on Saturday.
What was
They
the
have
hat?
plenty.
What's the hat?
That's what I said. It says Jack's Place. It's pretty
Jack's
sick.
Place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
That might be a Beamer hat.
Jack's
it's pretty
Place.
cool.
He might be the
Because
one
it's
that's
like
been just
you
calling
only
it that
know
for
it
the
unless
last
you know
decade
golf.
plus.
I think I have.
Pretty cool.
I don't want. I did not. I'm not taking credit.
You're not
for
taking
that,
credit
no.
for it. Yeah,
It was
I'm
here
sure it's
long
been here
before,
before.
long before I was here. Yes.
That's just a nice subtle. That's just such a cool nod to what this
Yeah,
tournament is.
yeah.
To have that hat, I love the T-shirt that I couldn't keep away from last year was just the milkshake with the straw.
Okay, I can't find any
Beautiful.
milkshake
Yeah,
t-shirts.
they needed to print a lot of those, but I have a navy. I'll wear it tomorrow. I've got a
Yeah,
navy
I
blue
want
T-shirt
that.
with just the milkshake on it.
See, I want that. I didn't see any milkshake T-shirts today.
The thing that I'm always after is whenever I visit a course, it's just metallic ball marks. And I have a little leather bag that I just throw all of them in there for all the courses.
I
or
like the plastic
trips I take.
freebies that they give you on the first tee. I'm a sucker for those.
Oh, the plastic one with the little pointy nub.
That's
there
it.
to stick
That's
in
all
the
I
green.
need because I lose them a
Great.
lot.
Did you see the milkshake ball markers?
Adam got me one last year.
Yeah, they're cool.
The
They
ball
have
mark with the
them in
milkshake.
there.
Yeah. Nicole
Yeah.
Shearin of 10TV, what's coming up next for you?
So I'll be anchoring the 11. I'm not in any more of the early shows though, so I can breathe for a second.
Are you anchoring
Nice.
from here? Do they have a
No.
live desk set up for you?
No, that would be really cool. No, I'll be back in studio.
So you gotta get out of this.
Yeah,
get
no,
up,
no, yeah.
don't you?
I apologize in advance for my hair being atrocious.
Oh,
the
come
11
on.
o'clock
Come
every
on.
night this week.
No, she looks.
pretty
For those that don't know, she
terrible.
looks like golf gal. She does. She's got the
you.
blue,
Nailing it.
the blue WBNS polo and the white skirt there. So.
Way to rep the company. Unlike
Good
Thank
job.
you. I'm a big company girl. You
Company
know?
gal.
Yeah. Yes,
Company
that's
gal.
right.
Good, clean girl. Nicole, thanks a lot for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Beamer has nothing to worry about with one of his Bears. Maybe
Yes,
he
I
does. Maybe he does. That's coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On 71, accident off onto the right berm between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. Police are there on scene. And westbound on the North Outer Belt, slow traffic between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. That is a 5-minute delay. This report is sponsored by MorpC and the GoHio commute program. Already biking, carpooling, or riding public transit to work? Log trips 5 days this month with GoHio Commute and unlock hundreds of local discounts and a shot at gift card giveaways. Learn how at GoHioCommute.com/MorpC. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell air conditioners instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Here, care is where you need it. With over 350 primary care providers in Central Ohio, expert care is minutes away. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com.
Don't settle for ordinary this summer when adventure awaits. Make memories that will last forever only at your Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, Central Ohio's family destination for fun. Plan your perfect summer trip at columbuszoo.org.
What John Smiley, Chairman and CEO, wants you to know about First Bank of Central Ohio.
Our competitive advantage is the number of years we've been in Central Ohio and the fact that we're able to make decisions here locally that make sense for the client. At the end of the day, it's the ability for us to say, okay, what can we do to make your banking easier for you?
Experience what it's like to be first at fbcentralohio.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay -108 than -110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days.
See lindsayhonda.com for details. Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show is coming up next on The Fan. Beamer is here with us today, doing a great job filling in for Man. Thanks for doing it, buddy. What do we got coming up on the show tonight? Tim May and Biddle?
Tim May and Dave Biddle. I don't know what's coming up on their show sheet. I gave Reimer the show skeleton. I said, have a good time, sir.
It's going to be a hell of a show.
Yes, it will.
I know that.
Guaranteed to be a wild ride.
It's nice not doing the rundown, right? Like you said.
I'm telling you, first time in 5 years, I haven't had to do a prep sheet myself. I just came in here and said, oh, boy, what's Timmy got for me today?
It's even less of a structured show, too, because it's not doing a rundown, and it's broadcasting from a tent, one of the only times all year that we'll do something like that.
Yeah, it's the best.
I mean, we never know what we're going to conjure up in the future. I know we've done some things out at Ohio State fall camp.
Yep.
Might do that again later on this year. There might be some other things that pop up. Nicole Shearin of 10TV. I forgot to mention back there, our fan interviews from the Memorial are sponsored by First Bank of Central Ohio, and she's going to be back here tomorrow. You are in the last 7-8 minutes of airtime before vacation starts. So if I were you, I would want to lock in on that mental headspace. The second you leave here,
Tim,
you're closer to returning to work. Every second that passes, you're closer to coming back.
I don't think there's any better place on planet Earth for me to spend my last 6 minutes of doing a radio show before vacation than right here.
Right here at the Memorial.
God, it's just the best. Just listen to this for a second. Can you hear that? Just the quiet buzz around this place is the best.
I like it.
It is the best.
I like it.
You get leaf blowers, you get edgers, you get trimmers, you get the faint sound of golf carts, people walking around talking about what was your favorite part of the day. You know, what was your favorite shot, maybe not shot, that you saw, even if you watched a golf shot or not? It's a truly special place, and I love it. It's like coming home for me. So it's the best.
Do you remember, do you have, like, a memory that sticks out, like when you're young, like the first time you took in live golf, like being a true fan of the game and, you know, you being a Tiger guy? I have the most vivid memory of the first time I saw Tiger hit a tee shot at the President's Cup at Robert Trent Jones Golf Club in Northern Virginia. First time I went out to an event in person, my dad took me, and just to hear the sound. And this is 2000, 2001.
Oh, so you were right in the thrall.
Yeah. This was when the technology was still a little bit old, but it didn't matter for Tiger Woods, the way he could move it with the metals.
Tiger-proofing.
Just to see what it looked like for him to hit a drive. And we had camped out and got a spot like on the third tee box right behind him. So it was only like 10 feet. And just to hear that noise and just to be enthralled, you know, at my age at the time, still being a young kid, seeing Tiger walk up to the tee box just with the game face on, see him pick up the tee right after he hit it, smokes one down the middle, off he goes.
I think
that's all I needed.
The coolest part for me is I came out here when I was 7 or 8 years old with a buddy, and I don't really remember it. I remember it being the peak of Tiger Mania 2. It probably had to be like 2000, 2001. Like
when he was winning here.
I was
99,
young.
2008, 2001 champ
I was young, and I don't really remember any of it, but it was really cool when I was working out here. We always used to get the range badges because I'd be in the range hut, and it was nice enough that I was able to get a clubhouse parking pass. So I brought my stepdad here, and he had never seen pros hit golf shots before, and I brought him up onto the range, and we were 15, 20 feet away from Tiger, just watching him pound balls.
The range session.
For 40, just the range session, and just watching him get dialed in.
And how precise the divots are.
Because he had never been to a PGA Tour event or seen these guys live, and I was able to get him up on the driving range to watch that. So that'll always be a memory that I'll forever remember. That and watching Tony Finau hit a drive on number 11 here a few years ago and being like, I don't know how you did that. It was like a 340 carry. I'm like, I don't get it. We're playing a different game, man. I don't understand it one bit, but congrats to you, sir.
Tony Finau is long, and you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Let's do the back page, Teddy.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
All right, Beamer. So Bears quarterback, your guy, Caleb Williams, yesterday.
Savior of the franchise.
He defended his commitment. He professed his love, his commitment to the organization that drafted him with the number 1 pick in 2024, because excerpts from this Seth Wickersham book have been out, American Kings, a biography of the quarterback.
Oh, we all read it. We all read it.
Revealed that old Caleb Boy and his father, Carl, had considered a lot of ways to avoid being drafted by the sucky Bears.
I don't blame him at all. Like, we're going to take you number 1 overall, Caleb.
You sure about that?
I wish you didn't.
I'm probably not going to be that good.
Does anybody have a bong gas mask that I can borrow? Can I Laramie Tunsil myself on draft night?
Oh, my goodness. And now you're going to love this one. 2 amateur golfers. This was from Hedger from the Dispatch. 2 amateur golfers, Wade Roberts and Mark Hang. Good for you guys. Hit consecutive hole-in-ones on the 11th hole at the old Players Club at Foxfire. That's one of the first places I've ever played golf with you. I have not been there in a decade. Course workers witnessed the aces. It occurred during separate groups play. It's the second time such an event has happened on the same hole at Foxfire. First involved a father and a son. The odds of consecutive aces on the same hole, estimated 26 million to 1.
That seems light. That seems light on the odds, does it not?
Man, what are our odds of doing something like that? First, we'd have to get around
300 billion to 1. Whatever 26 million is, multiply that by 100, and then it's that.
Oh my God! I had a close call here, which it's been a while that I've had one inside 2 feet on a par 3, and it was
Did you make the putt?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it was still climbing too, so it wasn't one that missed the hole. It ran out of gas. It was going up the slope and taking that line.
It's a good birdie though.
It was a great birdie.
I'm still on the track. I'm still chasing for the first one.
Beamer, thank you so much for doing it, man. It was fun. Have a great vacay.
Timmy, thanks for having me. Ted, great job tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ted. You doing good back there?
I'm doing great, Mike.
Awesome. Good stuff. Appreciate you. We'll do it again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Adam King will be with us for a couple hours, and Nicole Shearin is going to be with us for an hour. So that's the show tomorrow. Do not miss it. Biddle and Tim May, the Buckeye Show, coming up next on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Southbound 71, an accident off onto the right berm between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. A minute or 2 worth of delays in through there, and some more slow traffic on eastbound I-70 between Livingston and Bryce Road. It's a 5-minute delay in through there. This report is sponsored by Cordell and Cordell. Cordell and Cordell Divorce and Family Law. 866-323-7529. 866-323-7529. Cordell and Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, Kroger brand 80% lean ground beef is on sale. 3-pound rolls are only $3.77 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm one of the at-home coaches with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Honestly, I think the thing I hear the most is I didn't realize how easy it was. That first weekly they come in, they're like, oh my gosh, I already noticed that I'm not as bloated in my face or in my abdomen, or I've been sleeping better. I've been waking up with so much more energy. I don't need my coffee throughout the day. They're coming in a month or two later and they're like, hey, like my doctor said I need to lower my meds. I'm losing a ton of inches on my waist. I'm buying new pant sizes. And we're looking at the scale and we're like, yeah, your visceral fat's down again. That's fantastic. And we're celebrating all of these wins. And then we talk about, okay, next step. Let's talk about how to maintain it. This isn't over. This is just the next stage. That's what your health coach is there for.
Thanks, Mandy. This is Scotty Vegas. Easy weight loss with results that actually last. With Awaken 180 Weight Loss, you will succeed and you'll enjoy the process. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
There's a huge focus in America today about your health, and you're determined to look beyond the pills. You don't want to have surgery, because I know I didn't. So you want to talk to the person that's in pain right now? Well, that was me. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you love, and maybe you've done everything you can. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for my friends at QC Kinetics. They're different. They're not about those quick fixes. This isn't going to be some shot that's going to make you feel better. It's not a surgery that's going to put you on the shelf. They're about long-term relief. This is regenerative medicine we're talking about right here. Your own body's healing properties to heal the damaged tissue at the cellular level. QC Kinetics, they've helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in the Columbus area and across the country. They'd be honored to help you just like they helped me with my knee, just like they helped my dad. Here's what they're going to do. They're not going to mask the pain. They're going to go to the source of it. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus to see if you're a good candidate, or give them a call at 380-28-4544. They've got offices in Dublin and in Gahanna and newly in Canal Winchester and Grove City.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.